Hey, hello, everybody.
Hey!
Good
I'm still playing with
evening.
my lights.
Welcome,
Just messing with stuff.
welcome in. Thank you for your patience, and welcome to Reality Break 20, where we take a break from the real world to play some Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons!
I did
Let's
it
go.
specifically for that.
Tonight, we are
Nice.
super excited to bring you back to the world of Ocerrya. We have a lot coming up to excite you with, and hopefully not torment our players with too much, but, you know, a little bit of emotional torture makes some really great showmanship, right? Something like that.
So I've worried you've never taken anything from me as a DM. The fact that you just said that warms the cockles of my heart so much.
There we
Thank
go.
you.
There we go.
Amazing.
Something like a little emotional trauma to bring friends together, right?
I mean, yeah.
I think you are still
There you
quiet,
go.
D. I am going to turn you up.
Turn up for what?
Speaking of which, chat, welcome in, mods, friends, relatives, whoever you are, wherever you are on life's journey. You are welcome to this
Strangers in the
place. Wait,
night.
wrong service. So let us know how we sound. Let us know how the music is. Let us know how the microphones are.
Are we muted?
I don't think
We're
we're
muted.
muted. It looks like we're not muted. Looks like we're not muted.
Yes.
Claire, why don't you start us off strong and tell everybody where they can hang out outside of stream that is a chill place official for Reality Break.
Oh, that would be our lovely break room. You can hang out there on Discord. Just go to our link in the description, or you can find it with our command, which I believe is just break room or either
Discord, I think.
Discord.
Yep.
Discord. So you can go hang out there. You can talk about D&D. You can share D&D related memes. You can share pictures of your dice or anything else that you want to do. You can find people to play with. You can do all kinds of stuff there. So I would definitely go check it out. It's a great place to be.
Thank you. And to switch things up, Tony has something to share with you all from our wonderful, awesome collaborator, Hexwood Creations.
Yeah. So before it was always Christy that was like, "Hey, look, I got a cool Hexwood box." Well, guess who's joined the Hexwood box club? Yeah, let's go. So, Hexwood Creations, hexwoodcreations.com, also on TikTok and all other various social platforms. They make some wonderful products. I would say their most common and loveliest, in my opinion, is their dice boxes,
Yes.
which have the strongest of magnets. Magnets, how do they even work? I don't know. Shout out to ICP. They can hold dice. They can hold tablets. They can act as rolling trays. All kinds of fun stuff. And if dice trays aren't your
there's
thing,
more.
but wait, there's more. He also does wooden signs. He does customization. He does into stock stuff. I saw at one point he was carving out like wizard staffs, which who doesn't need a wizard staff in their life? Me.
I don't play Magic user.
So if you go to his website, hexwoodcreations.com, or you look up Hexwood's Creations on Ko-Fi, Ko-Fi,
One of the three.
that website.
Yes.
That website. And you check out the product, you say, "Hey, look, this product's cool. I think I'm going to get it." And you use the code RB20, Romeo Bravo 20, at checkout. You get yourself a little discount. 5%, I believe. And hey, mine saved me like $10 on my purchase. So, you know, huzzahs all around there. And so hexwoodcreations.com. Go check it out. Go use our code. Because it'll indicate to him that you found out about him through us, and it's just awesome. It saves you a little money. So
Absolutely.
there you go. And now
Also-
I can do the Vanna White thing like Christy did.
Also, go check him out on TikTok because he posts videos on how he makes them, and he's just a cool guy.
That's awesome.
He's a cool guy. He's funny and very informative. And he also announces like random flash sales, or he'll be like, I've got all this stuff. Go now, and you can knock off like 10% off, just because I got a bunch of stuff I want to get rid of. So
That's awesome. Well, and that leads us nicely into Christy. I think you wanted to tell the people about one of our larger growing social platforms.
Yeah, so our TikTok group is growing every day. I think we're up to like 1,020 some odd followers. We're doing lives regularly at this point. We're gonna aim for like every other week because every week seems to not work for schedules. Yeah, so this past Sunday we actually had a live where I did a makeup test for full face paint makeup for a cosplay I'm working on, while D started out doing character creation, but then ended up just doing makeup as well. We can't do dual like screens yet, but we're hopefully working on that in the future.
Cool.
But we are doing lives regularly. We have a weekly tidbit of the week segment that we're always looking for ideas for. So if there's any questions that pop up, like that you don't understand what we're doing, or there's a rule that we talk about that you don't know what we're talking about, pop it in chat or find us on TikTok and send us a note. And that way we can do our tidbit that way. And then we might be doing streams or unboxing videos soon for some fun things that we've got planned. And yeah, it's just a good time where we have at least me and Tony and Dee are pretty much the primary people on there, but we're hoping to get everybody else involved as well. So go check us out on TikTok.
Yay, the TikTok! Oh, and if you haven't already, inspiration and hero points for tidbits of the week would be a good thing to touch on too, because those are both DMG.
There you go.
And down in our About
I
section,
will add it to the list.
here on Twitch, we do have a suggestion box where you can drop things like tidbit of the week suggestions, or you can put those in our Discord as well.
And I'd like to personally, before we go on to the next spiel thing, I'd like to shout out for Bill for practicing his statue form
Yeah.
really well. Like,
He's looking
I have not seen him move at all.
Staring
That's
contest,
impressive.
anyone? Staring contest? Yes.
No.
Bill is lovingly helping with some family duties tonight. He should be back with us by the end of the first break.
He's actually just been holding his hand there the entire
The
time. It takes a
whole
lot of
time.
concentration.
Yeah, he's on mobile. He's been standing perfectly still. It's the mannequin challenge.
Yeah, he's winning. Go props to
And
Bill.
he's smoldering. Yes, absolutely. Is there anything else that we forgot to discuss for our top level, out of the world kind of stuff?
Go watch our YouTube channel.
Oh, yeah, YouTube.
There's the previous episodes of Ocerrya are all on there, as well as all of Starheal. I think Chapter 2 is all on there. And we do our reruns on Wednesdays on YouTube. So today's episode will rerun tomorrow, right? Did I get that right?
Or is it Thursday?
I think it's
Thursday.
Although we could move
I
it to tomorrow.
Yeah,
Because
now it doesn't matter
We
anymore.
talked about moving it until tomorrow.
We are not constricted
Thursday.
by that anymore.
Yeah. No longer bound by our
Finally.
corporate overlords. Hooray!
So.
I mean,
whichever,
Oh.
just go check it out.
It'll be
It's
on
over
the
there.
YouTube. Subscribe, like, comment,
over
share
there.
it, do all those things. Help boost
Yep.
us. We've also
if you go
considered
down to
maybe
the
going
About
live over there
page,
too.
there's
So.
links.
Yeah. Look at our About section, by the way. It's stinking gorgeous, and Dee made the art for it, and it's stinking gorgeous. So scroll down right now. If you're on a phone, click on the screen and click on About, or click on our name, or whatever it is, and then scroll down. It's gorgeous.
Do it.
Thank you, Dee, for the beautiful,
Yay.
beautiful art that she made there for all of our credits and our About and our characters and things like that. You'll be able to
There's
follow which...
More coming.
And there's more coming. It's going to be just amazing, beautiful. Hashtag I love us. And the most important thing of all,
hashtag I love us.
if you see something funny, if you see something enlightening, if you see something crazy, if you see something that you think is memorable, you should make a clip. There is a button on your screen that looks like a little movie clapper that takes a 30-second clip of the last 30 to 60 seconds of the stream. Throw a title on there. If you're patient, you can also trim it up. It's a little bit clunky, but make sure you throw a title on there so we know why you wanted to clip it. And you could see that ending up in our BRB reel. You could see that ending up on our socials like TikTok, anywhere else. So clips are made possible by viewers like you. So I think with all of that, we should
This
get ready
is a masterpiece classic.
to play some Dungeons and Dragons. Oh, I set D off again.
Dungeons and Dragons!
And now we can do the thing.
She's got, she took the super soldier serum.
Oh, welcome back! Welcome into the world of Ocerrya. When last we left our players, we had a lot going on. We had Ramasha stopping back in at his boarding house trying to intercept Dominic's mail. Dominic did come and collect it, and the only reason really Ramasha couldn't intercept the mail was because he said that Dominic was on his way. So they were like,
Because
well,
the
we'll
DM
just
didn't
wait.
want him to.
And honestly, if he had said anything else, but he specifically was like, he's right behind me, he'll be here any second. And she's like, okay, then
Yeah.
I'll just wait. If he had been like, oh,
Like,
I'll
chill,
take that, so
chill,
he's
bro.
not coming home tonight.
Yeah.
But anyway, Dominic
Whoa,
received a very
Dominic
interesting
not coming
letter
home tonight. What's he up to?
and was invited to spend the
Getting
night
them gains.
getting them gains at the Longbeard home. Ashrin made her way home, checking in with her work maybe. It was a midday, so she kind of got some errands done, I assume, after being gone to Fraymore for a while. Olga went to sort of sit with her thoughts on her new acquaintances that she has met, some connections that are possible, some freedoms that may be possible that she hasn't considered in a long time. And Roland had a very important conversation to have with his wife. So, I guess it's
All
where
right.
do we want to start?
Well, we could chop mine up because I was gonna say we could kind of chop mine up because mine is quite literally kind of the last thing to do for the day. I would think if that makes sense to you.
I would say too that I would hope that the end of the night and going to sleep would be happening either before break or as we come back from break.
Okay. That shouldn't be a problem, I would
Valid.
say. All right. So, I think we'd left me, like, Dominic had split off, and so I was just at that point kind of walking back to, I was walking to the Gilded Hammer. Yeah. So,
Oh, right, to kind of pick her up from work and bring her home, walk her home.
yeah, it's kind of like a, hey, babe, let's, okay, so, yeah, so I guess at this point I, like, walk towards her. I walk through the square, And I kind of get to. I'm holding the breastplate, like under one arm, so it's all like blatantly obvious what exactly it is. But I do kind of stop. And does it look like really busy, or is it like kind of dead, or like?
It's dinner time. Let's see. Yeah, I mean it's just a few folks milling about, sort of getting where they need to be at the end of the day.
Okay, so not too crowded. And is she there by herself, or does she have Ruby and the staff there?
The staff are probably all walking out sort of as you walk in. And
Okay.
so it's Ruby and Natasha there just doing the last sweep up and sort of putting out the candles and everything.
Cool. All right. So before I walk in, I do kind of like this will, best case scenario, this goes okay. Let's just hope this goes okay. And I kind of like muster up the courage and kind of walk in. I walk in, I say, kind of say hi to the staff and, have a good night and all that
Bye,
jazz.
Mr. Longbeard. Bye.
Have a good night. Take care of yourself,
So
kiddos.
the staff kind of walk out together because they walk each other home.
Sure. And I walk over and I walk over to Natasha, wherever she is, and I'm just like, hey, babe.
She's hanging up her apron. Oh, hey!
Hey,
How's it going?
hey, and a hug and a kiss,
Haven't
and I'm
seen
like,
you
it's,
since lunchtime.
I know, it's been a day. It's been a day.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it's been a day. You had a busy one today.
Good. That's really good. Hey, would it be okay if Ruby kind of closed up tonight? I don't know, got something we gotta talk about.
All right, we were just finishing up. Do you mind locking up Ruby? She's like, I got it. You good, Pops?
I think so. Yeah, it's just something I gotta hash out with your mom. Shouldn't be anything to fret about at the moment, but we'll be okay. It'll be okay.
Make a deception check. Everybody pull up your
Keyword
character,
at the moment.
just in case. If you don't have it up already.
Yeah. Oh, I always do. I keep it up like all the time.
That's what she said.
Hey. So 11.
Wow, Haley. Wow.
I'm so proud of you.
So perfect.
Well, look,
I had to.
Bill's not here, I guess,
so
yeah.
she's got to tag in.
Yep.
Good lord.
She's channeling his spirit.
So perfect.
All right, so 11. All right, so 11 plus 1 for 12.
All right, so Ruby kind of takes you at your word, and Natasha's like, you can see on her face that she's now questioning, but she doesn't say anything out loud because she doesn't want to trigger anything in Ruby.
Okay.
So she gives you like an eyebrow, and she's like,
Yeah. Yeah. So, all right. Thanks, kiddo. We'll see you tomorrow. All right.
I'll see you at home, Pops. Maybe? Are you not coming to dinner?
We'll see. Let me talk to your mom first, and then we'll go from there.
All right.
So
I
then
think Ruby lives
so
with
then-
you, so doesn't she?
Oh, does she?
I think
No,
Ruby lives with you and Ogden doesn't. I thought that.
We'll hash that out.
Okay. Anyway.
Yeah, I thought she
thought
visited,
so
but we
too.
can hash that out later.
Okay.
Yeah. So, all right. So I hold the door open for Natasha, and make sure she walks out. And I start walking next to her. And I'm like, and kind of like looking around.
As soon as
I'm
you
like,
guys are out the door and like out of the door is shut, and she's like rolling Longbeard. What's going on? And she's walking. She hasn't stopped, but she said it as soon as you were out of earshot.
Right. Well, I have been, as you know, I went out. We did we went to Fraymore and we did all that. And that was a lot of fun. I told you, I told you about the fight right? With the thing, and then I hit it with the hammer.
No need
yeah,
to be
and it was
anything. Go ahead.
Yeah, no,
Get it out,
it was great. And I'm basically at this point doing this to kind of stall till we get home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
And
it's
you're
like,
not
yeah,
far
so
from
we,
home, though. Yeah.
yeah, but I'm doing it enough to like
Yep.
get us home. So I'm like, yeah, and then when we got back, we got this, we found out that maybe there's something bigger going on than just what was happening up there. So anyway, hey, we're at home. Come on, let's head inside. Let me
As you get
We'll
in the
finish
door,
this.
she's like, "You better start shooting straight with me, sir, Mister." So not sir, Mister.
all right. Oh, look.
And she's like taking her coat off as she opens the door. She's
Right. So at this point, he's like, I never could pull the wool over your eyes for long, could I? Mrs. Longbeard.
Well, there is something going on, so let's get out with it.
All right, so I walk over, and I'm like, well, so there's this shop that deals that has a second part to it that includes selling goods that were maybe not ethically obtained.
Something to do with the lamplighters and the underbelly, okay?
Maybe a little bit deeper than that. And I, in the, amongst the goods, I found, and I, like, take a second, catch my breath.
Her expression kind of softens, but she's confused. She's like, Roland?
I found this, and I take the breastplate and I put it on the dining room table.
As soon as she lays her eyes on it.
Yeah.
She turns it over.
Yeah, it's there.
This
Yeah.
is Miro's.
Yeah. The person that had this, doesn't know anything about it outside of where it came from and who provided it.
Where did it come from?
Archdragon Wharf in the south, where all the revolutions are happening.
Damn boy!
Yeah. The store proprietor didn't know how it was obtained, just who had it and how it got to where it ended up. But
She's
you
crying.
know, and I go to hug her, and I don't say anything until she
Does
gets
this
a
mean-
decent amount out.
Does this mean that he's gone?
I don't know, and that's the problem. But I can't leave this. This started as a fun little gallivant up to help Ashrin's friend out, and help this kid Dominic out. But it's now getting serious. I can't leave this. And you also know that I cannot tell Miro's dad. I cannot. And you cannot either.
No, we should put this in the safe.
And gods know what he would flash back to when he was a kid and try to hunt Miro down himself. For worse, and I hate to say worse than this, but worse, get the guard involved.
And that would just cause a war.
It would shut things down, and then we'd be right back to square one, except with more.
Well, I want you to make sure that you keep me up to date on whatever you find out. Especially if you find out that he's gone. I want to know right away.
Yeah, just that damned kid. He just had to go and I like start welling up again, and I'm like, he just had to go save the damn world, didn't he?
He's got that damn Longbeard heart.
I wish he had the Longbeard head.
He does.
I told him. I told him.
I think he does. I think that you've got yourself in over your head before too, and all we can do right now is hope and pray for the best.
And I go to the kitchen. I would like to think that Roland has a bottle of decent stuff that he treats as a nightcap sometimes.
Yeah, it could be Fenji, some of his stuff from his the bar. Yep.
Adventuring days, yeah. Yep. Or the adventuring days, yeah. So I go and find that bottle, pop it, grab a glass, look at her, raise the bottle.
She sits down too. To have some.
All right, so I grab a second cup. Pour, little drink in, walk over, set it down in front of her, sit next to her, and just be like, I wish he had your sensibility.
I wish you all did. She sort of clinks her glass against yours, and she's like, you better bring him back.
Well, either I'm gonna bring him back, and I go kind of dark for a second. I go, or the bastards are gonna pay.
That is a good spot to sort of fade out on Roland's nights.
Yep.
All right, so Mr. Dominic had collected his mail, unless Astrid. What's that?
Okay, you know what? I have name terrible remembering stuff.
Well, maybe
put that on a bumper sticker.
Better system.
Unless Astrid was more ready to talk about the end of her night. Okay.
Astrid doesn't have another end of her night.
Yeah,
like I don't really have anything that she's gonna go check in with the bar and then head back to her room. She's gonna check in and let him know like that the shipment from Fraymore is gonna that all got arranged, and then she was gonna head back and relax in her room for a bit before bed.
All right. And thinking about her new training, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Maybe practice a little bit in her room.
Yeah.
Some of the forms and stuff that Roland taught her.
Nice.
Maybe some push-ups.
Get those gains.
She's got to get that upper body working somehow.
Hold on.
Training
Can we roll to see how many push-ups she does? Because I'm now insanely curious about how many she can do.
0. Like
0.
10.
So roll
My strength is 10.
1d4 for now, and you can get better. Every time you roll a max, you can go up to the next dice. The next time you try.
Oh, okay. Okay. Let's use. My d4s are like stuck.
How's that?
In.
Fair.
Ow!
And if you hit if like during this process, I'll claim this right now. Someone clip it. If we get to the d20 and you get a nat 20, you will get a strength point.
Hey!
That's awesome. All right. I got a 2.
So she did 2 push-ups, and then she's like, "This is harder than I thought."
How does Dominic do this?
She can switch to wall push-ups for now. All right. So
how can he do like 50 of these? This is ridiculous.
So Dominic, picked
Keep
up-
a track. Ashren's push-ups.
Yep. Someone clip that for her nat 20 one day.
Tracker.
Yeah.
Oh, everyone, don't forget to give your points to Dominic's lizards. That's right.
Yeah, give me your points.
I gotta remember to extend it too, I think. Okay, so Dominic had picked up his mail. If you do want to read the letter again or go over what Dominic was thinking about it, up to you.
Let's go ahead and read it one more time so that I can have a refresher because I meant to do that before we started and didn't. Okay. Letter within a letter, within a letter, within a letter.
Oh yes, the top letter was for Ben. Oops.
Yeah. My beloved Dominic. I feel like I should add a voice onto this, but I'm not. I don't know. My
Do
beloved
Dominic's
Dominic.
voice. There you go. Go ahead, sorry.
But it's from his mom. You think his
Motherly
mom sound
Dominic
like
voice.
Hello, I'm Dominic's mom.
Yes.
Okay.
Jesus.
Let me see if I can do the accent. I've never done the accent like in a woman's voice.
Well, don't set up too
Talk
much for
like
me.
you would.
'Cause
with-
I may have to talk as her someday.
Bet. My beloved Dominic, I've moved back to this city to get away from Old Man Thicket. It's really hard to do. I am staying with your auntie, and her people are taking good care of me. I've heard through some of her contacts that you're taking good care of yourself too. I've long thought about how I could have stopped what happened to us before and how I'm learning how to change that. Am I going Scottish? Am I turning into Morag?
It's okay.
Your auntie knows magic, and she's been teaching me. It makes me feel like I can protect myself and the people that I care about. Oh god, it's so hard not to be Morag in a woman's voice. We've been tracking some very dangerous activity here lately, and I'd love for you to come home and help me, or at least to see your face again before we get any deeper into this mess. Screw it, I'm just gonna be Scottish. If you do come home, you can ask for me or your auntie, Rosie G, at the Flask and the Sword in Copper Meadow. It's just outside the city limits. I love you to Abram and back, Mum.
Aw.
And you were able to history check that was outside of Sunmarsh Port,
Yes.
which was the city just north
did.
of where you were born.
Yeah.
Bet.
Bet.
So, this note from his mom, first actual contact since leaving home, and a very optimistic
Gesundheit.
one, bless you, at that. Basically inviting you, wishing to see you, but also asking for your help up in the city. That she has started to try to take control of her life and wants to show that she can stand up for herself and the people that she loves more than she could when you left, and asking to see you in Sunmarsh Port if you can. How's he feeling about that?
Don't really know.
All right, what's he doing? So he was delivered this. He probably went to his room to get the rest of his stuff because he was going to stay with Roland.
He was already at Roland's, I think, when he read the letter?
No, I thought you were like in the lobby when you read it.
Or up, well, because you had your stuff in Ramasha's room. So you could have also...
You left me where Ramasha could bap me?
Because Roland had
You
to go talk
went
to
with
his wife.
Ramasha.
Yeah, Roland had to go talk to his
You
wife.
went with Ramasha.
I thought I'm so backwards.
No, he
I
did,
don't know.
No,
he did
okay,
not
so
go
we-
right away.
alright, so
that
we
was
went-
the funny thing, because Ramasha
Yeah.
went in with the story or whatever, but Dominic split from you guys when you went to go talk to Natasha.
Right. So you
Okay.
came with me to the house. I got the money. Then we came
Yeah.
back to the Nasty Pasty.
Right.
And then after the
from there.
Nasty Pasties when we split
Yeah.
up.
Okay, got it.
Do.
Bet.
Yeah.
Bet.
We're
All
gone.
right, I know where we are now. Okay, so I guess I would just go ahead and, like, if I had things to gather, if I didn't just have them with me, which I probably did, I I would just head
Roll
back
a
to
d20
Roland's.
as you gather your stuff from, just in case you check Ramasha's room for your stuff.
Just a
Straight d20.
flat 17.
All right, 17. You find a copper piece on the floor.
Oh, get wrecked. Stealing Ramasha's money. Bill's not here to take it.
All right, and as you go down, the lady at the desk is like, "Oh, it's nice to have you. Are you off for the night or off for good?"
I don't know. I've got a friend to stay with tonight, but I don't know.
Well, would you like us to hold a room for you, or would you like to just come back and see if we have a room next time?
Well, I didn't stay in my own room this time. I stayed with a friend. Is that allowed?
Oh, yes, that's fine. The rooms are big enough for more
Okay.
than one person.
Okay, yeah. I will say though, how much is a room?
Here the rooms are 5 copper a night.
Oh, I could swing that. I would like my own room. If I do come back, I was made to sleep on the floor last time.
Oh, we could also pull up an extra cot next time, too. All you gotta do is ask.
Oh,
It only costs a
no.
copper.
I think I'd rather splurge and get my own room.
Okay, do you want to reserve it now, or would you like to just come back next time you need a room?
I just come back next time.
All right, then, lad. I hope you have a safe night.
I thank you. You too.
And since someone was able to send you mail here, I guess check in once in a while in case you get mail.
Yeah.
Do you want to leave a
Did
forwarding
someone?
address
I don't.
or a
don't
forwarding
have
place
one.
for mail? Okay. Well, then you just check back in with us in Hazelport if you every once in a while, and you'll have a bed. And if you got any mail, it'll be here.
Okay. And he just walks away.
They go back to
Just like
reading their
that.
Just walks away. Awkward 15-year-old.
book.
I'm trying to add voice cracks.
Very nice. Also, you see on the board behind them a thing that says Feats of Valor Festival in Aramore coming up the full moon of the solstice.
Okay.
What's your passive perception?
Not high.
Oh, okay, never mind.
13.
Okay, never mind. You didn't notice that specifically.
No. I never do with
Never
my
do.
characters, and I don't understand. I don't think I've ever had above a 13. Ever. On passive.
All right.
Really?
No.
That's really funny. I don't know why.
That's why I wear glasses.
So as Dominic is making his way back towards Roland's house, Olga has closed up her shop for the evening, I assume. Is she going to what's going on in her head? Is she making any calls? How's her dog? And yeah.
So right now she's just thinking about if she were to leave the shop behind, if she'd want to just close it up for a little while or leave someone behind to run it. She has someone in mind who could run it that she trusts. But she's also just thinking about the opportunities that she might have here to finally stick it to the Black Sails, with a stronger backing than just herself. So she's just kind of fantasizing about standing up to them and finally doing what's good for her.
And I forgot your dog's name. Why don't you talk about how it goes as you shut down your shop for the night? What it looks like on a night for Olga shutting down her shop, and her dog following her having her own supper, because she's lived a very solitary life.
I actually forgot her dog's name too.
Okay, well, you can name him now. Or we can call him a pup, and then we'll look it up later.
The goodest of dogs.
Just name him Dog.
I am
Doggy.
dog barf.
Dark
Barf.
half,
Did you
half
say
man,
barf?
half dog. Yeah, half man, half dog. I'm my own best friend. Spaceballs?
Do you not
Nothing?
know that?
Oh my
Oh
god.
my God.
I'm sorry. Yes. No.
Add it to the list.
Yes.
Oh,
My brain. I own
Okay.
Spaceballs, but my
Thank
brain
you.
is not here. It's in Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons.
that hurt. That hurt me a little.
No. I love Mel Brooks.
Raya.
Okay, I was gonna say
No.
All right, what was that?
I don't have
Okay.
a name written down. I just have dog.
Okay.
So
No, I had the name written down in our Olga notes. It's
Okay.
Bruno, the dog's name.
Bruno. Okay.
Bruno. Nice. All right. So she shuts down her shop. What's that look like?
So she just kind of locks the door and she'll put a little sign that says, "Don't come back."
Closed.
We're
Don't come
closed.
back.
Don't come back.
At all.
You know, over the window, and then she'll kind of snap her fingers for Bruno to perk up, and she's gonna head towards the back of her shop where she her housing is, because it's attached to her shop, but you can only access it through the shop.
Mhm.
So she's gonna head back there with Bruno following her right at the tail, and she's gonna start making dinner with him just staring at her as she cooks.
Begging for food.
Yeah.
And of course, now does she talk to her dog as she thinks through her night and day and whatever? Is that a thing she does?
Yeah, I can't do any voices tonight, so
That's
we'll
okay.
just
Yep.
say she is, but yeah.
Well, and you don't have to do a voice if you want to talk about what she's thinking about, kind of thing.
Yeah, so I guess she'll just be talking out loud in Olga voice,
Mhm.
but not in
In
Olga
Olga
voice. Just 'cause
voice.
my voice is not.
Yeah.
My voice isn't all available tonight. So she's just kind of talking. She's looking at him and kind of throwing pros and cons. So she's like, "Well, if I do join these people, they could help me, finally take it to the Black Sails, but I don't know any of them. And what if they turn me into the authorities? Like I have a pretty good setup here. Or what if, getting in bad with the Black Sails complicates my relationship with the Lamplighters? I could stand to lose a lot, but also stand to gain a lot." And then she's looking at him like, "I wish you could
between
talk
each
sometimes."
one,
Because
yeah. So every time it's a positive one, he's like, "Rrr, rrr," and every time you talk about like the Black Sails or but then it might work out, he's like, "Rrr, rrr." And he's just like, "Arf, arf." Like every time you talk about like, but this could really work, he's like, "Arf."
Yeah, so she's just kind of weighing pros and cons with Bruno and trying to figure out the best way to go forward.
Yeah. All right. So, as the lights go down on Olga having her dinner with her puppers, thinking about the possibilities of getting in cahoots with people that could jeopardize everything she's worked so hard for, but that is kind of all a facade anyway. And Dominic is on his way to the Longbeard household with all of his stuff and his mail, and it's dinner time. And I figure Roland and Natasha had a good time to talk, and they also drank, and probably Ruby came home, was able to be filled in enough that she needed to cook dinner tonight, and that things would be discussed later on, kind of thing.
Yeah. Yep.
And so you two could
Just,
probably still be by the fire talking when Dominic comes in. And
Sure.
go ahead.
No, that was it. That's cool.
Good talk.
Good.
All right, so I look over and say, "Oh, there is our special esteemed guest for the evening. How are you doing there, kiddo?"
Fine. Got a letter from my mom.
The mom that you hadn't seen since you left, Mom?
Yeah. How'd you
Oh.
know I was here? How'd you know I was here?
Well, sometimes word gets around. You're a hero of the land right now.
No.
Yeah, come on, don't sell yourself short. I was giving you a little bit of grief, and I'm subconsciously like being more uplifting than I normally end with him. It's like, no, come on, kiddo. You did some really good things, and you really helped out Fraymore. So, maybe word got around that you were here doing good. So,
On the note
who knows?
of Fraymore, Dominic, did you show him the letter? And did you show him everything that came with it? No. Then make an insight check.
Me?
Yes.
Woo, that could have been bad. Okay. 22.
That nice. Okay.
Holy dang.
So on the mention of Fraymore, you remember that the outside of the letter, it arrived to Hazelport from Fraymore.
From Ben. I'm literally looking at it. It says Ben. Yeah. Literally. Ben. Right there. Real big. Look at that. But
Do an insight check. 22. Look at the letter I gave you.
Fraymore.
How long had you been going in and out of Fraymore on this insight
You're
check
right.
of 22?
A long time.
So the fact that it met you in Hazelport was definitely striking, but on this insight check, you're able to be like, oh crap, it didn't come to Hazelport. She found me in Fraymore.
Yeah. Connecting my pea-sized brain to my other pea-sized brain.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, hey, well, that's still great. How are you feeling about that? It's got to be exciting to hear from your mom. Or is it not?
I still don't know, really. I mean, it's nice to hear from her and that she's doing good.
That's wonderful.
She's talking about my aunt, who I've never met, and I'm glad she left Thicket, but I don't know. And I can't write back.
Well, it sounds like there. Do you know where she wrote it from? Like, where did she send it from?
Already forgot. Hang on, I'll tell you.
Are you gonna show him it? Or no?
I'm gonna like awkwardly take it out of my pocket and like try to like fumble around with it.
All right. Let me see.
You know what? Would he even be able to read this fully?
What do you mean?
He's still learning how to read.
Oh, Dominic?
Yeah, Ashran's been teaching him how to read.
Let's make a...
Little words.
What would be a reading check? Hi, Sweetie Pie. What would intelligence?
I think intelligence.
Intelligence.
Go ahead and make a straight intelligence
His mom
roll.
put it in Dominic language.
Okay,
Swirl,
Straight
swirl,
intelligence.
swirl.
And you are
Jesus.
officially showing
Nature.
it to Roland, right?
19!
19, nice. So you've
Nice.
been able to
This
parse
dice
out...
is hot today.
You've been able to parse out the general meaning. If you're showing it to Roland, I'm putting the document for people to see in the chat.
Okay. Well, I couldn't make out all of it, but I do know copper because I know what copper is.
Okay, yeah.
There you go. Nice.
I don't know the word meowdo after that, but I think that's where she's written from.
May I?
And Tony, you
Yoink.
can make a quick history check to make sure you know which city she's talking about.
All right. Okay. History. Like the one of the things I'm really good at, which means I'm gonna roll terribly.
Oh, and you know
Ah.
right here. Are you ready?
10 plus 5 for 15.
All right, you are able to gather because you know that Dominic's from Left Solus, that she's probably talking about Sunmarshport.
Okay. All right. So I'm reading to it. And so you it says the letter. At least the letter I'm reading says in the letter I've gone to Sunmarshport. Like it says that in the letter. So
Oh, okay.
We didn't really. Okay. I just wanted to make sure because it's like arena. I'm
Yeah,
like,
it does
did
say
I
it.
need
Yep,
to
I've got-
history? Did
Wait a
I
minute.
need to history check if it says where
Wait a
that's
minute.
where I went?
Oh my god, everybody ignore it. That's not even the right fucking... How the fuck did I...
Like, no, it doesn't.
That's not the right one. I'm so sorry. I broke the world.
You're wrong.
Did you put it in the Twitch chat?
Yeah. No, click on that
Oh,
link.
I was looking for it in Discord, and I was like, "What? Where is it?"
So
Jeez.
Hold on. Okay.
Am I supposed to read this?
No.
Oh my god, Bill's real. Oh,
Oh yeah,
Sorry.
let me move your picture away. Hold on.
this scared the
can
crap
you
out of me.
Copy link. Okay.
No, Bill, you have to pose in the pose of your picture
Okay.
where you're looking saucy. There you
Oh my
go.
god, just ignore
Work
that link. That other one doesn't exist. It's this.
Okay. I'm like reading it and I'm like, some of these words look the same, but some
Do you
of
like
them
your
are different.
smoldering picture? And it's perfect. We're coming into ad break time. Can we snooze it once though? Oh well, we have 3 minutes, so that's perfect.
Yep.
You can snooze it.
I don't
Yeah.
see the snooze button though.
Nope, no snooze.
Okay. Then you
All right. Okay.
There's.
Now that I'm looking at the right thing, I'm like, and I waved Natasha over, and I'm like, copper metal. That's Sunmarsh Port, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're currently in the ad break.
Oh. Okay. That's
Right,
okay.
This is Twitch getting paid right now.
It's okay. Let's
It's
finish
okay.
this up
It's
and then
really
we'll
just
go to-
us fumbling over which link to send.
You didn't miss anything on that ad break.
Yeah, Bill
No.
got here.
Back end the story that never existed. Dun dun dun.
Nope.
dun, dun.
Honestly.
All right. Yeah. So I'm reading through it, and I'm like, okay, well, she's doing well. Learning magic. That's good for her. You know, picking up a new hobby. You know, that's awesome. Good for her. Wonderful.
Yeah.
So, well, I mean, Sunmarsh Port isn't too far. I mean, it's what, a few days from here? Probably longer than that.
Oh, it's at the northern part of the continent.
Oh, yeah,
So,
okay, yeah,
like,
It was like
about
2
a
days away,
yeah.
so it's probably a week or,
Yeah.
or so.
Okay.
If you went
alright,
straight
yeah.
through the Old Oak Woods, it would be about a week. If you hit through the towns, it would take longer.
Okay.
I mean,
all right,
I've
well,
been
okay.
traveling for like 4 years, so. And I've
Yeah.
only gotten this far.
Yeah. All right. So so I'm looking. Yeah. So I'm like, wow. Okay.
That's because you've been
Good
looking
to
for a
know.
lizard.
Yeah. Exactly. Spent the whole 4 years looking for a lizard. And I'm like, well, that's exciting. By the way, have you eaten? Ruby, do we have leftovers? I would come over and rustle up some
Well,
grub
she
for
was
you.
actually cooking dinner probably like while he was on his way, like because she
Oh,
came
okay.
home and cooked dinner after you guys were done talking and all of that.
Right.
So,
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and is there anything you want to try to remember, think about your mother, your family, anything like that? It would be history checks, but up to you.
Uh-oh. Talking to.
No.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope. Can I roll a history check to see what I would have remembered about Sunmarsh Port from my travels?
Sunmarsh Port. Okay. Sure.
Okay. Hey, that's the exact same thing. 10 plus 5 for 15.
15. All right. So I believe there's actually some stuff in your background already that I've kind of told you about Sunmarsh Port. So you don't remember anything specific unless you want to have questions for me. Other than those.
Sure. I guess the only question I'd have, I want to look it up right now because I'm trying to remember. Sunmarsh Port is one of the last
Monarchies, yes.
monarchies.
Yeah, it's the
Okay.
only northern one. It's in the top middle of the continent, and it is the oldest human monarchy.
Yep. I am double checking it right now. So would a 15, and this is like metagaming a little bit, would a 15 give me the information that's also in World Anvil?
I would say anything about Sunmarshport in World Anvil, yeah, that's fine. You
Okay.
don't, Roland could conceivably know that. I don't think there's anything you should know.
Okay. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna read through it, and it's like, well, from what I remember about the Copper Meadows, which, by the way, good job on figuring out the word copper. That's very nicely done. You're getting there. Those reading lessons are paying off, kiddo.
Thanks.
Yeah. So at least from what I remember, the Copper Meadow it's a pretty welcoming place. So I know travelers in that area can be treated kind of harshly at times, but at least she's staying in a safe area of the city, so that's good. Well, at least she's safe. The flask and sword, that place doesn't ring a bell. It might be a little bit newer from the.
You can make a separate history check on that one.
All right, let's go.
Adventures.
Let's go.
That. How do you spell sword?
So I'm gonna hold the letter and be like, I'm gonna point and be like, that's the word. So see, SWORD. Spell sword.
Sward.
What?
Close enough. We'll add this to Ashran's next lesson plan for you.
Oh, that's the S word.
8 plus 5 for 13.
For 13. So I forget what you were trying to remember. Oh, the name of the. So
if
yeah,
I
no,
remember
you have not specifically heard of this one.
Okay, all right. So that place might be a little bit newer from when I was last through there about 150 years ago. These new bars and taverns, they pop up all the time. It's ridiculous.
Olga exploded all over a camera.
Yeah.
I think we're trying to adjust focus. There we go. All right. So, well, she's safe. It sounds like she's doing well. So, that's good. It's good. Making sure family's safe is important. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you're old enough, and I'm gonna go back and grab a third glass, get a bottle of the bottle of the good stuff out, give like a sip, pour like a sip in, and I hand it to him, and I go and grab my glass, and I'm gonna say, "This is good stuff. I trust you will take care of it, but I have a feeling we're gonna need our courage." And I'm gonna raise the glass, and I'm gonna clink.
Has Dominic ever drank?
That's up to you. I was going to make you make a constitution check. Either way, disadvantage if he's never drank hard liquor.
Well, I was actually gonna go the route of. What is it?
It is amongst some of the finest hard liquor you'll find around these parts.
I'm so sorry. My brain.
I'm so proud of you for not. Yep. Good job.
Yeah.
Good job. It hurts. I can see it. Like actually hurts. My goodness.
Liquor. I hardly know her. Okay. I'm sorry. I had to. Okay, we're good. So drink it.
Yes.
Then how am I supposed to take care of it?
You'll find out.
Tony takes a shot. Tony, go ahead and make a constitution check.
You said to make a dex check first?
No. Tony, make a constitution check as well. Dominic at disadvantage.
Hold on.
To someone, sorry.
Because I'm a dwarf.
Oh, advantage against poison or whatever, right?
Yep.
Okay, then never mind.
Yeah.
Or advantage,
Oh,
yeah.
never mind. Okay, I was gonna say never mind.
He
Okay.
was disadvantaged.
Yeah. Oh, geez.
10.
A 10. Oh, an even
Right,
10.
you said con.
What? Yeah, con.
19,
Contact. Okay.
19 plus 5 for 24.
Perfect. So Roland takes it like a champ. He's been drinking this stuff forever. Dominic feels the burn of hard liquor. It's very smooth stuff. So it's not like paint thinner. It's not like that, but it's still very, very spicy to the tongue. And it burns.
Why
going
is it
all
spicy?
spicy? It burns going all the way down to your belly, but
Spicy
it
wire.
warms your whole body. All right, I have switched to Waterkeep Night, by the way, Tony.
Okay. All right. Water keep. All right.
And you do feel intoxicated.
Good. It's really good.
Kiddo,
Natasha's like,
it's all right.
Good job, Dominic.
For your first, you did very well for your first time, kiddo. Not bad.
My first time. Wait, is that the first time?
You,
I always thought
you,
it was supposed to be something else.
Very nice, very nice.
Natasha, do you want to take this one? I don't think I had this conversation about 7 times. I don't know if I could do it an 8th time. This one's.
I love it.
That's awesome.
I'm done on
That's
this
so
one.
funny. Okay, on that note, I think that is a perfect time for us to take a break. And unless Ramasha had conversations he wanted to have with his shipmates in the night prior, we will assume he will talk with them as much as he needs to in the morning.
Sure. There needs to be talk.
If you needed to.
Not that I know.
All right. Okie dokie. We are going to go take a break, so
We're
you
good.
all should go get a snack, get a drink, go potty, stretch your legs, do all those things you need to do, and check out our clip reel and take some clips so that you can end up in your clips can end up in our clip reel too. We will see you very soon.
We like to potty. we like to potty.
That's good. Because I was worried because your friends seem to get mad at you.
Friend is a loose term. See, I say friend because while I don't really have any friends like you all, I have things that don't kill me, and I count that as a good thing.
That is
Thing usually.
Yes,
I lived a life a long time ago, so I understand.
right.
You do also call everyone
Would you
your friend.
consider us friends?
I do.
I would like to say that we are friends. Are we friends?
Well, we haven't killed you yet.
Well, then in my
Cockney rhyming speak, so I have something. I'm gonna butcher it, so I apologize ahead of time.
Yes,
So I'm going to respond. I'm gonna respond. We're having a butchers for some real bucks that have been off-inching some bees and honey. These tea leaves have been showing their boats around the frogs and scoppering off. There's been some real bonny over it. We're helping out the ducks and geese to stay out of a flowery dell, and you'd be a real treacle tot if you could pass along any brass tacks.
All right.
Goes to kiss her and closes the door in his face.
You gotta tug
the door. Why did you do that?
Why do you go in tongue first? Learn your lesson.
Natural Jeff.
so.
He is indeed a natural.
Natural
He
Jeff.
is a natural Jeff.
We rolled a natural Jeff.
He is not a box Jeff. He's natural Jeff.
Yeah. So organic, not from a box.
Yeah.
Grass-fed.
Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's natural Jeff.
There you go. Looks at you, Morag.
It wasn't about taking away your choices. It was about putting magic in the right hands.
Nice. I like it.
Nice.
Hat off.
You're bringing the bodies?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, we loaded up the bodies.
That's right. We were tying
onto-
up and doing the dragging thing.
Yeah.
So we didn't just leave them in the
Oh.
woods. Yeah.
You're dragging bodies down the road on your car?
We're not
We
dragging
made
them down
a-
the road. They're on
We
like
made a
little
thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, a sled. Like a sled.
We're not barbarian.
We're not just gonna leave them in the woods. Come on.
Is I'm not
Jeffrey,
a
that's
mutt.
the dogs. that's the dog.
Well,
Did you hear
thank you for telling me,
mine?
Natasha.
Did you hear that my
He can
nine?
talk.
Oh, and you must be the Jeffrey.
There it is. The Jeffrey.
Now I want to hear that in Dominic's voice.
Yeah.
I will gladly give you a hug if you please sneeze into this jar. Thank you.
And he looks at you longingly. And hold on. Gotta check something. Gotta check something. Hold.
Was that good for longing?
Longing.
Yes, this is how the actual people you're training.
Now I need to
There's basically 50 elven children going all over the place. So, but with axes. Because it's axe training day.
That's it. Cause we feel alright, let me build up your might as I sing my song. Care to sing along? I'll be doing this till you knock 'em down, or the songs run out,
Yay!
Yeah!
I'm so inspired right now.
Yeah.
So you gave me the necklace, and I love it.
Thank you.
Do you still have the other half?
Of course. And he kind of
Good to
like,
see it.
yep, he, kind of ruffles his
he's
shirt and
wearing
pulls it out. Yep.
Okay.
The thing where the smoke comes out.
Chimney! There you go.
Really? Really? I'm kidding.
That's amazing. That's so good.
It was mostly the face with a.
Sorry.
Oh.
Yes. Go start. You got to perform, but outside of that,
Absolutely. My inspo makes all the rules less hard, and you all can thank this bard. And you're damn right. I pulled that card, and I could teach you, but I'd have to charge.
Love it.
Woo!
A round of applause. Round of applause.
Give him a hand.
A hand.
Now this, goblin knot. It's not a plant I've ever heard of, but it could just be another misspelling. Because maybe that K is an S. He sort of turns the paper a little bit. Yeah, that must be what it is. Parvovis cabolus muca involta. Goblin snot. Bugbear boogies. Used in pungent poultices. And unctuous oint due to its veritable viscosity. It binds ingredients together, provided you don't care how noxious the result is. For reasons I'm sure you can imagine, I don't keep any around. You'll have to ask a goblin.
You realize, Jeff, that for now and forever, every time someone says your name on stream, we're gonna be like,
Jeffrey!
I'm sorry.
I'm not.
Y'all were like, whoa, what are you doing? So,
Yeah.
21.
That's fair. Jesus.
Oh.
On a stealth check?
It's +7.
this little boy
Jesus.
has a mission.
Oh,
today,
for
apparently.
dexterity.
How do you have so many huge pluses?
And so just
I've
to
got
be
a
clear,
lot of
Dee,
huge
you're, like,
things that you
literally
don't know
right.
about.
Like,
That needs to be clipped.
Good job.
y'all.
Both. It's a mix of both.
Looking, found something you have.
You're also blowing out on the mic.
yeah,
little
that's
bit.
very true.
Be here all night.
Oh.
And by all night, I mean
God.
for another hour.
Looks like that.
I can't see that.
Right there.
Oh, okay. I would like you to.
There's a picture in the Discord.
Yeah.
Fine. We don't have to do it then.
She's a very plain widow.
No. And like the metal of the armor is just gonna kind of like ripple up my arm and just show like the nub, and then it will come back.
Oh, yeah, what if Xing Xing did it?
Like very Terminator style.
Look at my nub.
Dun 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 dun.
That needs to be clipped.
Ask me about my nub.
Ask me about my nub.
Yes, exactly.
Take my strong hand.
There's like a vein popping out in your forehead, turning red.
This is my happy vein.
Happy vein. You got closer than last time. She looks at you and she goes, impressive.
So happy.
That's the exact same thing he said to you in the dream.
Go on.
That's it.
Fuck.
Is it in character?
I am not Matt Mercer. Hi, I'm off-brand Matt Mercer. Great value, if you will.
Great value, Matt.
Mert Masser.
Mert Masser. Oh shit! No, I'm just Devin. It's fine.
And he's out of earshot at this point.
I'm just gonna yell back, thank you!
Bye.
Bang bang!
With my gauntlets. I'm not petty at all.
Nope. not at all. Bye.
Oh my God.
3 halflings in a trench coat.
Yeah.
Yes.
There it is.
Oh my God.
We are doing
Okay.
that at some point because there are 3 of us.
Yep.
Yes.
There you
Needs
go.
to be done. And I have
All
a
right.
trench coat.
Alright. But I'm
We like clips.
Clips.
Clips are very important.
You should definitely make clips of today. If you don't, I will find you, and I will TPKO you.
Yeah, the music sounds great, but I can't hear you at all. Oh, there it is.
So that was
Oh no, so they
move
didn't
right
hear the
Pro
Yeah.
strength!
Professional streamer.
absolutely professional.
Yep.
That is what we do.
I want to do this for real when I grow up.
That's good. Because I was worried because your friends seem to get mad at you.
Friend is a loose term. See, I say friend because while I don't really have any friends like you all, I have things that don't kill me, and I count that as a good thing.
That is
Thing
fine.
usually.
Yes.
I lived a life a long time ago, so I understand.
Right.
You
So
do
would-
also call everyone
Would you
your friend.
consider us friends?
I do. I do.
I would like to say that we are friends. Are we friends?
Well, we haven't killed you yet.
Well, then in my
Cockney rhyming speak. So I have something. I'm gonna butcher it, so I apologize ahead of time.
Yes,
So I'm going to
yes.
respond. I'm gonna respond. We're having a butchers for some real bucks that have been off-inching some bees and honey. These tea leaves have been showing their boats around the frogs and scoppering off. There's been some real bonny over it. We're helping out the ducks and geese to stay out of a flowery dell, and you'd be a real treacle tot if you could pass along any brass tacks.
All right.
Goes to kiss her and closes the door in his face.
It's a tug. You gotta tug in the door. Why would you do that?
Why do you go in tongue first? Learn your lesson.
Natural Jeff.
So,
He is indeed a natural.
He is a natural Jeff.
We rolled a natural Jeff.
he is not a box Jeff. He's natural Jeff.
Yeah. So organic, not from a box.
Yeah.
Grass-fed.
Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's natural Jeff.
There you go. Looks at you, Morag.
It wasn't about taking away your choices. It was about putting magic in the right hands.
Nice. I like it.
Nice.
Hat off.
Very
You're bringing the bodies?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, we loaded up the bodies.
That's right. We were tying
onto-
up and doing the dragging thing.
Yeah.
So we didn't just leave them in the
Oh.
woods. Yeah.
You're dragging
Okay.
bodies down the road on your car.
We're not dragging them down the road. They're on like
we made
a
a
little
thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a sled. Like a sled.
We're not barbarian.
We're not just gonna leave them in the woods. Come on.
I'm not.
Jeffrey, that's the dogs. that's the dog.
Did you hear it in your mind? Did you hear it on my
He
mind?
can talk.
Oh, and you must be the Jeffrey.
There it is. The Jeffrey.
Now I want to hear that in Dominic's voice.
Yeah.
I will gladly give you a hug if you please sneeze into this jar. Thank you.
And he looks at you longingly. And hold on. Gotta check something. Gotta check something. Hold.
Was that good for longing?
Longing.
Yes, this is how the actual people you're training.
Now I need to
There's
run.
basically 50 elven children going all over the place. So, but with axes, because it's axe training day.
That's it. Cause we feel alright, let me build up your might as I sing my song. Care to sing along? I'll be doing this till you knock 'em down, or the songs run out,
Yay!
Yeah!
I'm so inspired right now.
Yeah.
So you gave me the necklace, and I love
I-
it.
Thank you.
Do you still have the other half?
Of course. And he kind of
Good to
like.
see it.
Yep. He, kind of ruffles his
he's
shirt and
wearing
pulls it out. Yep.
Okay.
The thing where the smoke comes out.
Chimney!
Really? Really? I'm kidding.
That's amazing. That's so good.
It was mostly the face with a.
Sorry.
Oh.
Yes. Go start. You're. And now.
Welcome back, my friends. How are you?
I'm fine.
I'm good. Thank you for asking. How are you?
I hope you had a nice break. I hope you noticed our brand new shiny fancy emote that Dee made. It's kind of
Literally
fancy,
now.
pretty shiny. And Ramasha has joined us again. Ramasha. He's no longer smoldering and staring at you. He's here in the flesh.
Warm sands.
Warm sands?
So,
Have you never played Skyrim?
She's played Skyrim.
so
Again,
Sheet
my
has
brain
where
is in
if you have
Dungeons
coin.
and
Oh, sorry.
let us welcome. We hope you had a great break. We decided who we're rating tonight. That's a surprise at the end of the stream for you. And we are ready to play some Dungeons and Dragons again. Let's do it. We are on
Dungeons and Dragons.
Waterkeep Night for the music, if you are keeping up with us. And our adventurers have all sort of wound down from their
No, we haven't.
travel. Ramasha didn't want to wind down. He wanted to go
Anything but-
break into Tony's house, or Roland's house. But we are saving that for another time. The
No,
Bab
no.
bit. What?
No, we're not.
No bappening tonight.
Listen, I'm gonna
boys.
use nap time on Ramasha.
Maybe not tonight.
Sleep.
But there's
I'm gonna
always
cast
the
sleep.
morning.
Yeah, you can show up early in the morning and bap Dominic.
Is
Sasha, you
sleep
can ask
a
Sasha.
ranger spell? If
Sasha.
not, can it be?
Speaking of Sasha,
Right
oh,
now.
you get to see that smoldering pick a bill one more time. Hold on. Boom. Okay, we'll take that off. Now, speaking of Sasha, Exhibit A, the young boy that you saved in the woods, there he is, by the way, on stream for you to see.
Sasha.
Not at all what I thought.
Hey.
He's a very young boy. And there he is. Okay. So, back to our regularly scheduled programming. Now, in the Longbeard house, Dominic is tucked in, probably in the same guest room as Sasha is in, and Roland and Natasha have gone to bed to probably do a little more crying and praying for their grandson, and talking about how they're going to tell their children, which children they're going to tell, how they're going to talk about it, when they're going to talk about it. Ramasha was gleefully wondering if he could break into Roland's house tonight and bap Dominic, but thought better of it, knowing his adventuring companion had done more than a few lifetimes worth of knowing a few things, and figured he could probably catch Dominic early enough to still give him a good bap.
Did I though? Did I though?
After Ramasha, also after listening in on Miss Olga shutting down her shop for the night and hearing quite a bit of perspective on her affairs and her feelings on the black sails, a little bit.
Well, maybe she can be redeemed. I'll say, though, I do like that dog.
And as Ashrin sort of rests, gets herself into bed, and falls into
very sore arms.
Yes, very sore arms from her push-ups and her workouts.
2 push-ups.
Sort of getting herself all ready, doing her nighttime ritual. Also feeling, as she drifts off to sleep, thinking of the forest near her home, as she just came home from Freymore. Thinking about Freymore maybe a little bit. That's up to you. And she sort of falls into this light dream. You know when it's like a dream, you know you are asleep, but by the time you come out of it, you kind of know you knew you were asleep the whole time, kind of thing. One of those very top level dreams. So she's in the forest of the Old Oak Woods near where she grew up in Freymore, and she's sort of walking through the dappled sunlight, just sort of almost when she was a kid, kind of exploring. And she feels a presence around her, sort of always in the corner of her eye, in a flutter of the breeze in the next tree over every time she turns around. And as she makes her way through to a clearing, she finally sees, landing on a stump, a beautiful bird. Would you like to describe this bird?
This is a very large owl. So like you know, probably like 5 feet. Owl with kind of standard tall ears. Like
Christy, you're robotic.
You're all robotic at the wrong
You're a
moment.
robot. Give it a
I can't. Okay.
There you go.
Now it's better.
Am
There you are.
Okay.
We got 5 foot wingspan.
So how much of that did you get?
5 foot wingspan, and then we
5 foot wingspan. Okay. Kind of a tan coloration all over most of the body. The face disc is a lighter color with kind of brown on the edges, brown bars on the wings and across the tail. Big feet with like feathers all the way down to the toes, big talons. But probably the most striking thing about the owl is the bright purple eyes. So, and if anybody wants to Google an Indian eagle owl, that's what I'm using for inspiration for this.
Gorgeous, but with big purple eyes.
With purple eyes instead of, they actually have these big like reddish gold orange eyes almost.
Perfect.
Naturally.
So it's
naturally.
Ones.
Yeah,
go ahead
but they're
and throw it in the chat,
huge.
too, if everyone finds a good picture. So yeah, wingspan.
Yep,
5 feet.
I mean, I have a picture, but
I'm 5 feet tall, so its wingspan is my arms. Like I'm 5'2", so yeah, wow.
Yeah.
So in their torso,
They're
must
not
be...
the biggest owls in existence, but they're like the next biggest.
So as you walk up, first of all, perfectly. Once you stopped for a minute, we heard everything. So as you walk up into this clearing, and this giant owl sort of opens its big purple eyes at you, you feel a connection. like deep in you, and you're surrounded in purple, your purple magic too. And you sort of like, I give that to you to explain how it feels as that connection is formed.
It starts to sing. You remind me of the babe.
So, so I imagine it feels a little bit like meeting someone. I don't know if you guys have ever met someone that you've never met before, but feels like you've known them forever, like the instant that you meet them. Like that kind of like instant recognition of a kindred soul, essentially. And it feels like a tether almost, but in a good way. Like the idea, I don't know if you've ever heard of like the idea of a heart dog, like, or a heart pet. Like that pet is the pet that is the one that was meant for me. And you never really necessarily find another one that's like that. Like it's that kind of instant connection.
And you sort of feel this deep connection with this owl, and you sort of know as this owl sort of dissolves into purple mist inside of your hand, that this is something that has been, your learning has been bestowed upon you with your relationship with your patron. And sort of as you fall deeper into that dreaming in your sleep, I'm switching the music to Abandoned Chapel. And you almost sort of lose sight and feeling. I don't know if you've ever felt like in person, or when you had your eyes closed, or when you were sleeping in a dream, but almost as if you became disconnected from yourself. And like you're sort of leaving the moment. Like, I guess astral projection kind of thing would be the easiest way to kind of describe that. So you have this sort of like, everything goes dark. The forest is gone. You don't feel yourself anymore. And it's almost like all of your senses dissolve and are pulled somewhere else. And you are pulled into this scene, and you're looking at a gorgeous banquet table, like the most elaborate, beautiful set with gold settings, and like the whole room of this dining room with a giant
okay, that's
and
fine.
we are back. Okay, perfect.
No, we're not.
Perfect timing. No, we're
Never
not.
mind.
It says reconnection successful on my end.
We're back.
Okay.
Now we're back.
We're back. Refresh.
Let's
Refresh.
Come on, OBS. Don't do this to me.
We're good.
Okay. So,
Enhance.
standing at the table is, and actually, if someone wants to DM Christy or put in our chat for her a screenshot of this, a human woman, kind of looking nervous. She looks very much like a servant. If the music is too loud, let me know. So there is this human woman. She's standing there, and there is a pale, cold, elven woman standing at the head of the table. And so, neither woman looks very old, but they don't really look very young either. The elven woman breaks the silence, and she speaks with an eerily level, emotionless tone. This was not a scheduled meeting, Marisha. You know how I feel about punctuality. The human woman flinches, and she timidly replies, my lady, I'm so sorry to have disturbed you without first scheduling a formal meeting. But we have received some very important news from our friends in the Gloaming Court that I thought you would be overjoyed to hear. Marisha sort of squeaks out these last words at a very high pitch, but she catches herself and she sort of calms her voice. the Summer Queen has found herself a new vessel, and it appears that this ward is of the bloodline that you've been searching for. The elven woman's face grows even more pale, if that's possible, without even actually flinching, and she seems to become even colder. She says, "What exactly makes you think that this news would bring me joy?" And that word exactly is like punctuated with like a dagger. So the human woman, Marisha, she recoils at the venom in the elven woman's voice, and she starts speaking very quickly and very anxiously. I thought this was good news. It confirms that the bloodline hasn't ended. This means you still have another chance to take what's rightfully yours, my lady. I thought that since Lady Cyrodiil has been lost, the fact that Lord Vladimir is still has a living child could mean that you could. And the cold elven woman raises her voice slightly as she cuts her off. "You know how I feel about accuracy, Marisha. Kamer may have thought that it was cute to change his name like the rest of the family. But time knows the true nature of all beings." And as she says this, the elven woman sort of absent-mindedly turns an hourglass, a large hourglass, over in her hands. The fact that Kamer's child is a ward of the Summer Court means that they are likely to end up in support of the rest of the family's goals. This is always what happens when you go gallivanting off with the commoners of the world. And she sort of stops, moving the hourglass in her hands. And she looks at the human woman. "Regardless of my grandson's actions, the Feywin line will not die with me, because I will not die. Your news has disappointed me, Marisha. Please exit the estate." And suddenly, Marisha looks horrified, and she's like, no, please, my lady. And she drops to her knees, and the elven woman looks at her with these cold, emotionless eyes. She says, "You have served me adequately for these centuries, Marisha. You are dismissed." And the elven woman waves her hands, and the servant is sort of compelled backwards, begging and screaming out of the meeting room. She seemingly flies down out of these hallways and out the main hall of a grand estate home. She's like, "No, please, I was just trying to help. I would never want to disappoint you, my lady, please." And she's pushed out of the gates as they sort of like open by themselves down a driveway. And the whole time she's just begging for it to stop. And as soon as she crosses the threshold of the gates, the pushing sort of stops. And she runs up and comes banging against the gates. And this gold dust sort of force field pushes her backwards. And it sort of burns her. And as she looks at the burns on her hands, she notices her young adult hands aging rapidly, and we see her whole face and body just aging rapidly, and she goes from young adult to elder to just decrepit, and then to bones and dust as time is sort of zooming by in a second. And the dust blows away as the force field sort of radiates out from the estate, dissolving about a quarter mile or so away from the gates. And as you awaken, or as you are left with, is the eyes of the elven woman when you awaken.
My notes got so unhinged.
I'm going to send you the actual dream, just so you know.
Good, because I don't think I caught but a third of it. But it starts out nice, neat rows. Look at that, and then it goes to like question marks and exclamation points and arrows. And
what'd you think? I have been waiting for this moment.
Oh my god!
That's a lot in a very short amount of time.
There was a lot in such a short amount of time.
That's okay, because
My
Ramasha
notes
wants
say-
to bap Dominic, so we can.
So let's move to that now.
Oh
So
god.
let me give that a moment to process because I'm
The
also
bapping.
shaking because I've been so excited. I wrote this. I've been working so fucking hard on that.
I have to
It's
admit, I'm
awesome.
kind of shaking too. Holy hell.
So
I loved that
Woo.
every time
let me
we were
actually,
doing
even though it's gonna
this,
screw it up, let me get this sent to you.
it
real
was
quick.
like the women were coming up, their images were coming up right. as you
Actually,
were talking.
Tony, you're quick for me,
This is
so if you
perfect.
could, fucking A. Sorry, never mind. Keep talking. You keep talking,
Oh
Bill.
boy.
That was it.
Oh.
The images were coming up. As you
Woosah.
were
Oh,
talking
I'll
about
add it to your Summer Queen shit. That's how I can give it to you.
Summer Queen shit. I'm not sure if I want that.
I don't think anybody wants that.
That sounds like a really nasty beer.
Well,
It's a new
okay,
menu item.
chat. Sorry to be so intense.
Oh my God.
But I've been so excited to share this with you. This is like a big moment for our campaign, if you can tell.
Yeah.
My notes say Ashrin went to sleep and had a dream about two ladies. Shit went down.
All I need to know.
There we go.
Done.
That is it.
So in your document, Summer Queen Quests, I have something. I just added something that said the dream, and that's everything that I just read off.
Okay. Wait, and where is that?
In your document, that was your quests and your magic and stuff like that.
Oh, okay, okay, cool.
I figure that's easy for you to grab.
I
Sure it
dreamt a
is.
dream where she was flying.
All right.
I'm
Okay.
gonna have to look at it later because if it's gonna distract me to go find it. So I will look at it later. Let's go off my demented notes for now. Whew.
As we get into the day, and Mr. Ramasha, I'm going to change it to Magic Shop since Ramasha wanted to get up to some mischief.
I take you to the magic shop.
Show you where my potions are.
Whoa. Oops.
Ocean, I hardly know her.
So Ramasha, I'm guessing, decided to wake up early and part with his shipmates.
As yes, as Ramasha wakes up, it's like his pupils just dilate with excitement.
Oh, let me get us back. We don't need to be looking at her face anymore. Hold on.
Nat one.
we
Nat
go.
one. Nat one.
It's
Nat
time.
20. Nat 20. Nat 20. Nat 20.
Oh no, you get out of this.
Is this when Natasha would be awake?
Well, how early are you trying to wake up?
What time was it that Olga actually closed up shop and went home?
At night?
Yes.
Well, she lives at her shop.
Oh, okay. So what time was she closing up shop and talking like this?
It was like dinner time, and so like you were in bed at a reasonable hour.
Oh, then I'm definitely getting up at like 4. Figure I'll get myself all set
There
and
you
so
are.
forth
Okay.
and try to get
You're
there
gonna bat me at 4 in the morning.
at like 5-ish.
All right, fine, 5. Jeez. He's on a mission at this point.
It's a mission.
The
It's
mission.
not the mission, but it's a
It's not the mission. Yeah.
Just remember, land herrings.
All right, I DM'd you those. You should have them now.
Thank you.
Of course.
Thank you so much.
All right, so let's do a Constitution check to see how early you can wake up.
Okay.
And if you went to bed early, you can make it at advantage.
Constitution. Yeah, I'd say that I probably left from there, checked on my shipmates. I'll talk to them in the morning anyway, so I don't need to talk to them again that night, and then immediately went to bed.
Okay.
Because I had plans in the morning.
I have baps to get to.
Baps. All the
The
baps.
early cat gets the bap.
No. No. I love it, because I have a +5 to my Constitution saving throw. Which is a good thing, because that's 12.
Perfect timing on that 15 minutes. 12 on a Constitution.
I snoozed it.
Okay, so we'll say you definitely do wake up before the sun.
Cool.
And you're able to kind of get yourself packed up and ready to go over to Roland's early.
So sometime between 4 and 5?
Sure.
Sure.
Oh, I broke my balloon.
Oh no!
I
You worked so hard on that.
Jinx. Okay, I'll just shove it in.
That's what she said.
Oh my god.
I looked at you, D, and I'm surprised you didn't do it.
Nope.
All right. So Ramasha's off to Roland's house early, trying to get in there to cause some mischief. So let us make a Constitution to see how early Natasha wakes up in the morning. You got a 12? Okay. Natasha is awake before you get there.
Perfect.
Off to the
Am
Longbeards.
I am going to the Longbeards, and I'm going to.
You drank, so your Constitution check would. I'm gonna say.
I had like this much.
Yeah, but you are a youngin' and you drank.
And I'm tall.
But I'm tall.
I'm tall.
Gains, remember?
Gains.
Ashton was getting these gains last night. No.
It was like singular
It was
gain,
a fever
actually.
dream. It was a fever dream. That's what it was.
One gain.
You
You know what? That wasn't
from
even
working
a
out.
gain.
That's what
It was
happens
more
when
of
you
a
work.
guh. She got a guh. Okay.
I got a good.
She didn't
Okay.
get the gains. She
So
didn't
what
get
we
a
will
gain.
do
It's just a guh.
is, as you can go up to the door and knock on the door, and so Natasha would be sort of like surprised. Oh,
I'm gonna do my normal knocking of this, like scratching at the door like a cat.
oh. Then would
Weirdo.
she even notice this? Okay, so she hears it and she's like, "What the?" Goes over to the door. Oh, Ramasha.
Very deep bow. Good morning, Natasha.
Next time, why don't you just knock?
That is not my way. I cannot do things that are not my way.
Okay,
Please,
well,
may I come in?
Maybe work on it, okay?
I will try.
Okay. Come on in.
How are you this morning?
I'm wishing I could go back about 24 hours, but I'm doing okay.
Why? What happened 24 hours ago?
I didn't know that Miro was in trouble for sure. Maybe dead, maybe...
Yes. I am terribly sorry to hear this. Would you like a hug? I'm very fuzzy.
Sure.
He's gonna give her a hug.
Oh, you are very furry. Or fuzzy. Very soft. Thank you.
Very welcome.
Aww.
Would you like to touch the beans?
Ooh, the beans. Thanks, Ramasha. Are you here
Is
for
it there
breakfast
for-
then?
Roland kicks out the door. Who's touching whose beans? What is going on in this household?
I'm getting lightheaded.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Somebody clip that.
you, Russian.
There'll be no bean touching today.
Did that wake Dominic up?
No beans.
All right.
No
Um,
beans,
so-
only taps.
Good morning,
Nah,
Ramasha.
just kidding.
Are you here for
I'm-
breakfast then?
I am most certainly here for breakfast. Most certainly. I wish to come here because you would actually serve the absolute best breakfast in this entire town. Let me tell you. Maybe even on my own island, let me tell you.
Oh, I'm sure that's a high compliment.
Unfortunately, maybe to say the town is, but not my island.
Well, what are you here for besides breakfast
Oh,
then?
goodness, did
She
I ever
sort of,
tell-
she, I just started making it. So.
What's his name? I'm sorry. What's his name? Big, tall, and ugly.
Drugs?
Strugs? Thank you. Let me tell you, there was one time Strugs tried to make breakfast. Only Strugs could eat it.
Oh, well, you know, I can think of a few times that the kiddos have made up some concoctions like that too.
I have no doubt in my mind. So, has Dominic been awake yet?
No, I haven't seen anyone up yet. Ruby should be up any minute, and then we'll see everyone else along eventually.
Okay. I'm gonna go use the restroom.
Oh, yeah? Make a deception check.
Oh yeah, baby. That would my deception. That is a 19.
Ooh, just barely. She's like, oh yeah. She gives a little wink. Be good, Ramasha. And she goes back to what she was doing.
I am very good.
At this point, Tony, you can decide to make a Constitution check or not for waking up.
Sure. Constitution check.
Saving throw. I mean, it's kind of the same thing at that point. Oh, I guess for a fighter, it's not. So you can do a saving throw.
Yeah, it is a bit different. So yeah, it gets it's a +3 difference. So which is it? Just
go
to
ahead
make
and do a
sure,
saving
because I
throw,
want to
that's
play
okay.
fair. Let's go. Yeah, I'm still asleep. That's a 7.
Okay. All right. Ramasha was quiet enough. Ruby wakes up and starts helping Mom, and Roland's still sleeping off his extra drinks and extra emotions.
Does Ruby walk by me?
Yeah. Oh, good morning, Ramasha.
Good morning to you. Once again, in a very, very deep bow. Even deeper than I should be doing, but they're dwarves, so I'm trying to actually a very deep bow.
She sort of pets you like this.
Yes, that is a good spot, yes.
She scratches your ear.
Or is no just way to touch on the ears. Thank you very much.
I'm a married woman, Ramasha, and she sort of walks off.
Who cares? I would
I'm a
never.
married woman, Ramasha.
I would never. But,
I actually do need to retcon that. In my notes, Ruby is divorced.
Oh, divorce. Sorry. Okay. So I'm not
Yeah.
that kind of a woman, Ramasha, and she just keeps walking.
Ruby.
No beans today.
Ruby, I grab a hold of her arm very, very gently, but I stop her.
Oh.
Where's Dominic's room?
Oh, he's in Sasha's room down the hall. She points it over. She rolls her eyes. All right, start those stealth checks.
Dun 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 dun.
Every other, or I guess.
Whoa!
No, it's the Pink Panther theme.
That's more accurate, yeah.
That is a 19.
Ooh, okay. Dominic, what is your passive's 13? Okay, you're sleeping. Okay. All right, and Sasha is a little kid who sleeps in, so go ahead and you get in the door.
Oh, is Sasha in the same room?
Yep. Are you trying to double that?
It's very tempting. We'll see how the first map goes.
Tony, bunk beds or 2 beds in a small room?
It'd be 2 separate beds. Because like it may have been bunk beds when kids were younger, but since they've grown and moved out, it's like standard beds for guests.
So it's about a 10-foot wide room, I would assume. So it's like not much room between the 2 beds.
Okay, so it's 2 separate beds, perfect. No, honestly, at this point, Ramasha's even thinking, especially since she said that he's in Sasha's room, we're like, that could prove more difficult. I will recruit Sasha to do the baps. If it comes down to it. Dee's face, like, I'm going to stab you.
All right.
So,
one more stealth check as you walk into the room and assess the situation.
Okay, lifting up on the door so the hinges don't make noise.
Harkening back to his tragic backstory.
I know a thing or two about these. Come on, baby.
It's like I imagine him doing it and be like, all right, I'm not stabbing anyone this time. Though.
Don't stab. No claws. Claws retract.
One.
9.
Ooh, okay. So Dominic, make a Constitution saving throw.
I rolled a 2.
Because that's still lower than his passive, so.
I just rolled a nat 20, baby.
Okay, alright. So he's stirring. You're stirring in your sleep.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
stirring.
very quick.
Stirring these fists.
Very quickly, what do I assess in the room?
Like, just the 2 beds
My
in the
fist on
room,
your
a
face.
chest at the end of each bed, Sasha to the right, Dominic to the left. Both of them kind of And
Is there a blanket on the
as
floor?
you walked into the no, they both have blankets on them. And like as you walked into the room, Dominic was sort of like.
Is there enough room under the bed? Does it look like it?
Sure.
Okay. Okay.
Instead
Very
of going
quickly.
for the back, you're gonna try to go under the bed.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
We're going for tippy toes bat under bed.
Do I get advantage? I feel like I would get advantage for that.
Hold on, we'll see. He's gonna. We'll see.
What am I rolling?
This is a
The stealth?
acrobatics.
Oh god. Oh yeah, good. I have +7 on that too.
Okay.
Dang it, he's a cat. Come on.
Yeah. Now.
Come on, man, name something else.
Give him like history checks or something.
Yeah, give him
Have you been here before?
No, not everybody has a history check.
All right, come on, 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 come on. Boom, baby. Oh yeah. Dirty 20.
Ooh, dirty 20. Okay, so Dominic, final Constitution saving throw to see if you wake up to this cat going under your bed.
Did I get a bap in?
You said you wanted to go under the bed. I asked. Are you
I was
gonna
going for a bap and then under the bed.
Bap and
He
then under
did.
the bed? Oh, he did say that.
He
Okay.
did say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
22. Okay, and yours was a dirty 20. Okay, so you wake up as this cat, like, it almost like wakes you from a dream.
Oh, can I please?
Can I? All right, hold on. Can I roll a Constitution saving throw to see if I awake at this point? I'm like walking into the kitchen. Because Roland, I really hope that Roland will be awake.
Maybe
for
the
this.
commotion will wake you.
Okay.
So we will say you're going to awaken to this, and you're both going to do a straight roll to see whether or not you stop him from going under the bed.
If he's waking up, I'm not going under the bed.
It's all happening at the same time, so this is the last one.
Oh, so it's gonna go
Your
back
plan
and
was to
under?
go under the bed. This is him trying to stop you from doing that as you bapped him. And were you bapping Sasha too, or just Dominic?
Just on.
Okay.
Okay, so just a straight roll.
Straight roll, both of you. Whoever wins it gets to say what happened.
Okay. I like this. Did you already roll?
Mm-hmm.
He's waiting for what you do. What you do.
Come on, baby. Just a straight roll? 13.
What'd you get?
I got another nat 20.
Nat 20.
Let's go.
Oh, so
I'm
at
just
the
like,
last...
is he gonna get a nat 20? No, that's what I was waiting for. I was like, oh my god, oh my god.
So the last second, as so he gets you, he does bap you, and as he tries to get under the bed as you wake up, you're like, "Ugh!" and you grab him because you think you're being attacked.
I just want to like one hand, just grab it.
Go ahead. Yeah, that's what happens then.
Okay.
Take your beans. I'm a bean
And
napper
so now Sasha's
Bean
like,
napper.
"Oh, what? No, what's going on?"
I'm going to try and get out of the grip.
These are strength checks now we're doing.
I'm going under the bed and trying to do this.
Like
contested
with your
strength.
arm, like
Because
Taking his
he
paw.
grabbed
Yep.
you.
Yep. One,
Yeah, basically.
one paw underneath, like
All right, both do
sticking up.
strength.
Okay. Strength. Here we go. Athletics or strength?
Strength.
Okay.
Just contested strength.
23.
Oh god.
Jeez.
I rolled a 16, by the way.
7.
You've got your hands on him. You've got him.
I ripped
Ramasha's
his
head.
whole arm off.
Oh jeez! You're gonna back up again.
Never
No more beans for you! I rip his toe beans off like they're peas in a pod.
Oh my god. You're gonna be declawed.
All right, so Dominic has had his revenge. Does he have anything to say to the kitty who bapped him in this chaos?
He's gonna
And,
be like,
And
yeah.
we will say that this does wake you up, Rowan.
okay. I'm gonna grab him, and as I like wake up, I say, "Oh, fucking knew it! I knew it was you." What? Sorry, I can't. Why? Why are you trying to hit me all the time?
I'm not hitting you. It's a sign of affection. Sorry, I don't know where the Scottish accent came from.
Let me love you.
I said no. You keep waking me up. Did you pour water on me as well?
Did I actually? I don't remember this.
I don't know.
Yes, you did.
Okay, that one was a little bit of hazing, but
That was a bad night. At least I didn't pee on you. You wouldn't believe what my clansmen used to do.
As he says that, Dominic, just like the look on his face reads, "Oh my God, was it water?"
At that moment, especially with being taken aback, I'm going to try to get away again.
Strength check?
have you let
Another?
go? I guess.
No, I have not.
So at this point, while this is going on, I would like to think that I was woken up by Sasha going, what's going on?
Yeah.
So I come, all right, so I hear that. I'm sprinting out. I grab Valdira's mite. Because at this point, I don't put it back on the mantle anymore. I keep it in the bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
So I grab it and I go sprinting past the kitchen to where the sound came from.
All right, in busts Roland, these two rolling around on the bed. Sasha's like, ah! And you see Ramasha and Dominic rolling around on the bed. Dominic has Ramasha by the arm. What was this last strength check?
16.
I rolled a nat 1 for an 8.
Ooh, so he gets his arm out.
So a net one.
Yeah. So as you walk in, Ramasha has wrestled himself free, and he's
Okay.
Where's he headed?
Where was I with this? Were we actually wrestling around on the bed?
You were between the two beds, and you kind of ended up on the bed. So at this point, you could get off if you wanted to.
So I get off, and do I have like a blanket with me or something?
There is a blanket on the bed.
If I didn't get underneath the bed, I'm going to go with the blanket.
Oh, so you're like going to curl up at the end of the bed?
I'm going to grab the blanket, and I'm just going to flee in case somebody tries to grab me. They can grab the blanket. I can just keep going.
Are you going to try to get past Roland, who's now in the doorway?
Yes. Excuse me, and just keep going.
I would like a contested strength on that.
I'm imagining him just like swan diving over Roland.
Yeah,
to the other side.
Well, this is a dwarf house, so
Yes.
he can't quite do that.
But he might only grab the blanket.
You have to go past
All right.
him in the doorway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dominic can grab the blanket and
Okay.
you know.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
All right. So strength.
Wait, am I doing strength? I'm grabbing.
You would just be grabbing the blanket if you're trying to grab
Yeah.
Ramasha again.
Okay.
All right. What'd you get?
23.
I
well,
ripped
you
the
make it
blanket.
past me because I got 16.
Okay.
I got a 3 for a 9.
You have
You
a
are
blanket in your
really,
hands.
For a 10. Sorry, for a 10.
you are really like caught off guard about that. Was it water moment?
But you do have a
I
blanket in your
really
hands. You did think you had him for a minute. And Ramasha just sort of skims past you, Roland. Do you see anything?
Yeah.
No, as I go by Roland, excuse me. I'm just going to continue onwards.
To the kitchen to help with breakfast?
Yep.
Would someone in this household explain to me what is going on?
Sasha's jumping on the bed laughing. He's like, what was that?
And I'm like looking like dad annoyed because he got woken up on the day that he was allowed to sleep in.
In fact,
like that's the look he has going on right now.
On the way, I'm going to open up some random door and have the blanket kind of draped into that doorway, so it looks like I went that way, but I'm going to continue onwards.
No, Dominic has the blanket. All right. So.
Oh, okay.
We are about a minute away from ads. So, the Longbeard household is lively getting ready for breakfast this early morning.
Yeah,
Ashrin,
very lively.
probably waking up in a cold sweat this morning. And we will address how she is feeling when we come back from our second and final break of the night. As the Longbeard family enjoys a very rowdy breakfast this morning. Thanks to Ramasha. And as Olga wakes up in her sleepy little shop as well. So we're going to take one more quick break for tonight, and probably won't be the full 15. We'll see how it goes. But get your breaks in, snacks, drinks, potties, all the things you got to do. Watch our clips, and we'll see you in a moment.
We like to potty. We like to potty.
That's good. Because I was worried because your friends seem to get mad at you.
Friend is a loose term. See, I say friend because while I don't really have any friends like you all, I have things that don't kill me, and I count that as a good thing.
That is
thing
bad.
usually.
Yes.
I lived a life a long time ago, so I understand.
Right.
You
So
do
would-
also call everyone
Would you
your friend.
consider us friends?
I do.
I would like to say that we are friends. Are we friends?
Well, we haven't killed you yet.
Well, then in my
Cockney rhyming speak. So I have something. I'm gonna butcher it, so I apologize ahead of time.
Yes,
So I'm going to
yes.
respond. I'm gonna respond. We're having a butchers for some real bucks that have been half-inching some bees and honey. These tea leaves have been showing their boats around the frogs and scoppering off. There's been some real bonny over it. We're helping out the ducks and geese to stay out of a flowery dell, and you'd be a real treacle tot if you could pass along any brass tacks.
All right.
Goes to kiss her and closes the door in his face.
You gotta tug in the door. Why would you do that?
Why do you go in tongue first? Learn your lesson.
Natural Jeff.
So,
He is indeed a natural.
He
is a natural Jeff.
We rolled a natural Jeff.
he is not a box Jeff. He's natural Jeff.
Yeah. So organic, not from a box.
Yeah.
Grass-fed.
Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's natural Jeff.
There you go.
Looks at you, Morag.
It wasn't about taking away your choices. It was about putting magic in the right hands.
Nice. I like it.
Nice.
Hat off.
You're bringing the bodies?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, we loaded up the bodies.
That's right. We were tying
onto-
up and doing the dragging thing.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
didn't just leave them in the
Oh.
woods. Yeah.
You're dragging bodies down the road on your car.
We're not
We
dragging
made
them down the road. They're on
We
like
made
a
a
little
thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a sled. Like a sled.
We're not barbarian.
We're not just gonna leave them in the woods. Come on.
Is I'm not
Jeffrey, that's the dogs. That's the dog.
Well,
Did you
thank
hear
you
it
for
in your
telling me,
mind?
Tasha.
Did you hear it on my
He
mind?
can talk.
Oh, and you must be the Jeffrey.
There it is. The Jeffrey.
Now I want to hear that in Dominic's voice.
Yeah.
I will gladly give you a hug if you please sneeze into this jar. Thank you.
And he looks at you longingly. And hold on. Gotta check something. Gotta check something. Hold.
Was that good for longing?
Longing.
Yes, this is how the actual people you're training.
Now I need to
There's basically 50 elven children going all over the place. So, but with axes, because it's axe training day.
That's it. That's it. Cause we feel alright, let me build up your might as I sing my song. Care to sing along? I'll be doing this till you knock 'em down, or the songs run out, or the songs run out.
Yay!
Yeah.
I'm so inspired right now.
Yeah.
So you gave me the necklace, and I love
I-
it.
Thank you.
Do you still have the other half?
Of course. And he kind of
Good to
like.
see it.
Yep. He, kind of ruffles
Oh,
his
he's
shirt and
wearing
pulls
it?
it out. Yep.
Okay.
The thing where the smoke comes out.
There you go.
Really? Really? I'm kidding.
That's amazing. That's so good.
It was mostly the face with a.
Sorry.
Oh.
Yes. Go start.
I mean, you got to perform, but outside of that,
Absolutely. My inspo makes all the rules less hard, and you all can thank this bard, and you're damn right. I pulled that card and I could teach you, but I'd have to charge.
Love it.
Woo!
A round of applause. Round of applause.
Give him a hand.
A hand.
Now this, goblin knot. It's not a plant I've ever heard of, but it could just be another misspelling. Because maybe that K is an S. He sort of turns the paper a little bit. Yeah, that must be what it is. Parvovis cabolus muca involta. Goblin snot. Bugbear boogies. Used in pungent poultices and unctuous ointments due to its veritable viscosity. It binds ingredients together, provided you don't care how noxious the result is. For reasons I'm sure you can imagine, I don't keep any around. You'll have to ask a goblin.
You realize, Jeff, that for now and forever, every time someone says your name on stream, we're gonna be like,
Jeffrey!
I'm sorry.
I'm not.
Y'all were like, whoa, what are you doing? So,
Yeah.
21.
That's fair.
Jesus.
Huh.
On a stealth check?
It's +7.
this little boy
Jesus.
has a mission.
Oh,
today,
for
apparently.
dexterity.
How do you have so many huge pluses?
And so just
I've
to
got
be
a
clear,
lot of
Dee,
huge
you're, like,
things that you
literally
don't know
right.
about.
That needs to be clipped.
Good job.
Y'all.
Both. It's a mix of both.
Found something you have.
You're all so blown out on the mic.
Yeah,
little
that's
bit.
very true.
Be here all night.
Oh.
And by all night, I mean
God.
for another hour.
Looks like that.
I can't see that.
Right there.
Oh, okay. I would like you to.
There's a picture in the Discord. Yeah.
Fine. We don't have to do it then.
She's a very plain widow.
No. And like the metal of the armor is just gonna kind of like ripple up my arm and just show like the nub, and then it will come back.
Yeah, what if Xing Xing did it?
Like very Terminator style.
Look at my nub.
Dun 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 dun.
That needs to be clipped.
Ask me about my nub.
Ask me about my nub.
Yes, exactly.
Take my strong hand.
There's like a vein popping out in your forehead, turning red. This is my happy vein. My happy vein. I got closer than last time. She looks at you and she goes, "Impressive. So happy."
That's the exact same thing he said to you in the dream.
Go on.
That's it.
Fuck.
I am not Matt Mercer. Hi, I'm off-brand Matt Mercer. Great value, if you will.
Great value, Matt.
Mert Masser.
Mert Masser. Oh shit! No, I'm just Devin. It's fine.
And he's out of earshot at this point.
I'm just gonna yell back, thank you!
Bye.
Bang bang!
With my gauntlets. I'm not petty at all.
Nope. Not at all. Bye.
Oh
Three halflings in a trench coat.
Yeah.
Yes.
There it is.
Oh my god.
We are doing that at some point because there are 3 of us.
Yep.
Yes. Yes.
There you
Needs
go.
to be done. And I have a
Alright.
trench coat.
Alright. But
We like clips.
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 Clips are very important.
You should definitely make clips of today. If you don't, I will find you, and I will TPKO you.
Yeah, the music sounds great, but I can't hear you at all. Oh, there it is.
So that was
Oh no, so they didn't hear the
Pro
stream.
professional streamer.
Absolutely professional.
Yup.
That is what we do.
I want to do this for real when I grow up.
That's good. Because I was worried.
Hello! Tony's
This
chugging his
one.
water. Don't forget to get your hydration in, friends.
Come on.
Water.
Nice, some high quality H2O.
Gotta
Welcome
hydrate before
back,
we roll play.
my friends, to the world of Reality Break 20, where we get together and play some Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons.
We have had some very high
Dungeons
ups
and Dragons.
and very low downs tonight, as we come back into the morning of. We're in late spring. I think this has been canon. We're in late spring in the world of Ocerrya, and the Longbeard household was quite wildly awakened by a mischievous kitty man trying to get some baps in, not quite succeeding, causing some chaos, all in good fun.
No baps.
Olga waking up for the morning at some point, opening up her shop. Ashrin, after having a long, restless night, originally somewhat restful and very deeply connecting with a new spiritual friend almost in this beautiful owl in her dreams, and then not something fun in her dreams of this cold elven woman having quite a conversation. And that is where we come.
Yeah, I think Ashrin would have, like, waking up from that dream, immediately been like, paper, pencil, where's my notebook? And like start scribbling, and her notes would look like my second page of notes with like random names and question marks and arrows and just that like scrambling to get as much of it down while it's fresh in her head, and then like taking a moment like, I don't understand what this means, and just being flabbergasted at everything, and like, was it a dream? Was it real? Like, was it the past? Was it really happening right that moment? Was it from her patron, who I guess is the Summer Court Queen?
Now-
She figured she was pretty high up there in the hierarchy of Fae.
When
But-
she journals, does she often draw or just write?
She just writes very descriptively. She does not have a talent for drawing.
Okay, so then let's do a
stick figure
quick
girl.
performance check on whether she's either going to describe vividly or sketch out the face of the woman in her dreams. I do have it up on stream for
tell you-
everybody. That picture I sent you.
Probably not a sketch. Performance check, you said?
Yep.
That is a 21, actually.
Nice.
Yeah,
Very
let's
nice.
go.
Yeah.
So as vivid as you like, with no sketching, little sketching, description, anything, but that woman's face is burned into your memory this morning, and you're able to capture it in your journal.
Mm-hmm. And it's probably just burned into her brain.
And her bright
and then-
green eyes, like.
Yep. Let's like. I think she like closes her eyes and sees those eyes in the back of her mind almost glowing. And after she like gets down as much as she could remember about this Kamir Vladimir guy being this lady's grandson, and the hourglass, and the like lady aging and crumbling into nothing, and something about plans coming to fruition, and the last of a line, and all this other stuff. I think she's gonna sit there with her mind just reeling, and she's gonna think back to that like peaceful connection that she found at the beginning of the night and wonder if that was real too. And she's gonna she's still in her bed, like in her nightgown, and she's just gonna sit cross-legged on her bed and like try to capture that feeling again and envision that owl with those purple eyes. And the spell takes an hour, so she's going to sit and try to capture that and not realize that an hour goes by. And then when she opens her eyes, that owl is perched on the end of her bed.
Yeah. With very gentle eyes and a soft coo. Or who.
And Ashton's just gonna reach out, like just reach her hand out, and the owl will just kind of like nibble on her fingers a little bit and then push its head into her fingers so she can scratch the head.
A very happy owl. And very real owl. That you feel in your hand. That you
Solid,
feel the warmth
real.
of, but you do know it's not an animal. You
Mhm.
sort of feel that it's real, but it's not an animal.
It just looks like one.
Yep.
And she's just gonna just talk to it. Just so nice to meet you. So glad you're here. And she's gonna take comfort from having the owl and scratching it and just fussing over her.
How big is the body of the owl in comparison to Ashran's torso?
Probably most of the torso.
So she could hug it, sort of.
Yeah, almost. Yeah, I don't think the owl would like that
Yeah,
very much.
but I'm just saying, so like, just as for size comparison, yeah.
Yeah. Like if the owl sits on her arm, it's definitely taller than her head.
Yep.
Like on her shoulder. Like the
Ooh.
owl
Does
probably
she
can't
have-
even fit on her shoulder.
Does she have a quarterstaff?
No, I don't think so.
Because I was thinking almost if it was something crooked to stand on it, but
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I don't think I do.
that's okay.
Let me
We'll
look.
figure it out as she
Nope.
gets to know her new friend.
She might have to acquire one. She does have some pretty nice bracers, so
Yep.
like the owl can land.
Nice. Yeah. Oh, and they're
and
magical,
grab
aren't
on.
they? So
Pull hands
Yep,
on your
they
arm
are.
and you fall over.
They're literally bracers of defense.
Yep.
so.
There you go. So yeah, this sort of, it's sort of cooing in response, lightly hooting,
I think I'll call you Aoife.
very happily,
If
like
that's all right.
stirs its feathers at that
Um.
and blinks.
Well,
its
I
evil
got my
eyes.
hair just. I don't even know what time it is. I need to talk to Roland. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Maybe he knows something. I gotta go. Let's go. And so Ashton's gonna get up and like start getting ready for her.
So, and
the
is her
day.
intention to sort of leave and if you want, you can sort of like, as you sort of like get up off your bed and raise your hands up, you can kind of figure out that you dismiss.
I think she would.
Not yet. Okay, just making sure. Like at one of these points, like that can work out for you. Either way.
Yeah,
but
yeah, I think that the familiars can
She's
like
just gonna
be
come with
dismissed
you.
and recalled, but
Yeah.
she's just gonna come with.
Okay, all right.
I think Ashton wants the comfort of having
Yep.
the physical presence.
All right, so she's sort of hopping
There.
around on your bed, watching you get ready.
Probably preening herself a little bit.
Yep. All right. So Ashrin gets ready in a flurry to go join what she doesn't know is the chaos at the Longbeard household. And she doesn't stay far because she stays in the old district, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep, so
Yeah,
just
she's
down the
like just
road.
around the corner,
And
basically.
It is pretty early. You notice it's actually pretty early as you get out and open, if you open the windows or if you just get ready and leave. You notice it's like just barely sun up as you're heading out, and normally it's like on a day off kind of thing, it would be full sun by the time you're like leaving the house. So you did wake up early today from like the dreams and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I know that we had talked about meeting like in the main square in the morning, but she definitely can't wait, and she knows that she knows that Natasha will probably be up, but that Roland may or may not be. But
Yeah. And we'll say that it works out that you can sort of be coming in basically at the time of when people are coming to breakfast. So it's still pretty hectic, and you can see that they've been rowdy already all morning. And Ramasha is there, and Dominic is there, and everyone is. Sasha's all excited about all the rowdery, all the rowdiness, and they're just sitting down to breakfast.
And I am intentionally sitting between Ramasha and Dominic.
So Ashton's gonna walk in because I'm assuming she's the kind of person that can just walk in and not necessarily knock.
Yeah, it could be even one of those do and you walk in. Hey, it's me.
And you walk in, yeah. Yeah. So she's gonna walk in, and then just as soon as everybody turns to look at her, this giant owl is gonna come flying in over her head into the room.
All right. How
with bright glowing purple eyes.
We will start with how does Roland and Natasha react?
Well, I think Roland is
does
just
it perch next to you or fly in and perch on the table?
I think it flies. I think she flies in and maybe does a quick circle in the room and then comes and kind of lands on the shoulder as best as she can. She's kind of slipping off a little bit because she's a little too big. And so Ashton's going to be kind of doing this to give her more space so that there's
Nice.
It's fine. Just don't fall. It's all right.
Kind of off of the back of the chair, why don't you stand here?
Here, let's go here. So she's going to put her over on the chair maybe.
So Roland's gonna watch the owl kind of fly around and then land and then do all that and kind of rub his eyes a little bit and be like, nah, I'm pretty sure I slept off all the booze last night. But is that a giant owl? That is it. You did not have that yesterday. That is new.
No. Yeah.
Natasha, can I have another coffee, please?
Come right up.
Do you have any tea?
Yes, of course, dear. She goes and gets them ready.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Where and how?
She came to me in a dream last night. And now she can come and go. I've named her Aoife.
She kind of rubbles her feathers at that.
It's a pleasure.
And she's got these big
I grab
purple eyes.
I grab a piece of bread off of the table and I'm like,
do owls
don't have
bread?
mice? But do owls?
She's gonna hop off the back of the chair and kind of do. I have to demonstrate. Hold on, because owls walk very particularly.
Clips, get your clips ready.
That was beautiful.
That's gorgeous.
And she's gonna walk right up to you.
That's like a Naruto trot.
She's gonna owl walk her way up to you. And go she's gonna reach for the bread, and then she's gonna reach down and grab a piece of bacon off your plate.
Lovely.
That's fair, I guess. Okay, that she is real.
Wow.
Okay.
She's beautiful, and Natasha comes up and sort of scritches her around the head somewhere.
She's gonna close her eyes and just
give her a little scratch.
In all of my travels where I've heard about anything like this happening before.
What do you mean?
People dreaming birds into existence?
Dreaming birds into existence. So let's make either history or arcana. And Natasha brings you she brings you a coffee and she's like, oh, I had some of that summer tea you left me. And she pours you.
Oh, thanks.
A little.
That's lovely, thank you.
She brings a kettle to the table.
Alright, we'll do history, because my history is way better than arcana. Let's go. 17 plus 5 for 22.
Nicely done.
Dang.
Alright, so you've definitely heard of people being able to have connections to spiritual animals in a magical way.
And I'm like, come to think of it, I remember this one mission we had a while back where something like this happened before. So that must mean that you find a lot of comfort and and strength in this new companion, and they're gonna be she, I guess, is gonna be a good companion and good foundation for you. All right.
Hope so.
Good for you. Good for you, kiddo. I'm proud of you. That's fantastic. Look at you go.
She's like, "Wah," like picking at people's anyone who offers her meat, probably, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And that's about the end of Roland and Natasha's reaction.
Sasha is enthralled and feeding every bit of meat that he has on his plate to the bird.
Now, eat. Make sure you save some for yourself,
I'll
there,
eat
kiddo.
all the bread. Don't worry.
You
Don't
need
worry, I'm
protein.
good.
Look at you. You're
He's
like,
so excited. He's like,
you're like,
but she likes it. Look at her.
Yeah. Well, you.
She's gonna steal Aoife's gonna steal another piece of bacon off of Roland's plate and give it to Sasha. Like bring it over and put it on Sasha's
He
plate.
giggles and
See, even she knows you need to eat. Come on now.
She like
he's loving
Okay,
it.
now that's the end of Roland's reaction.
What is that called when an owl has like brings up?
Oh God, no pellets. No,
Yeah,
not
brings
yet.
up
She's
pellets.
just
No
starting to eat.
She is technically not a real owl, so
Yeah, exactly.
doesn't have to do that.
reaction.
Okay. Why is it that you get a nice, beautiful bird, and I get this dipshit next to me, trying to slap me in the face?
I remember I'm sitting in between you
Sasha's
intentionally.
Pointing at Roland.
And Natasha's like, now Dominic,
Valid.
watch your language. We have little ears present. Sasha's like,
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Ramasha's just like, what is wrong with you? Why would you?
You're holding
I'm young
Roland's
too.
ears?
No, that's funny. That's funny. No, I'm assuming
He's
I was holding.
not that much younger than
No,
me.
God
Sasha's
damn it.
across the table.
Oh,
Sasha's not that much younger than me.
Sasha's
So if
little.
I can hear it, he can hear it.
Sasha's little. Sasha's like 10
Aw.
years younger than you.
I thought
he was like
I thought
8.
he was like 10.
8 or 10, you're 15 or 16.
Yeah, 15. That's not that old. That's only 5 years.
That's a
a
pretty
younger
big gap.
sibling.
You're a teenager, he's a little kid. So anyway,
What's that?
Natasha's
Anyway,
Natasha's
he's still
stand.
gonna say it.
And
He's
she's
still gonna say
still
it.
gonna say, watch your language, there's little ears present.
He's not that much younger than me, so why does it matter?
There's no need
Wait.
to be bringing in talk like that before it's necessary.
What's today?
I just want to know.
it's-
Actually, I've lost track.
It's Sunday, isn't
today
it?
is the day after yesterday, and the day before tomorrow.
I can't remember my own fantasy month names, but it's fantasy late April, and so actually,
It's Fantasy Sunday.
really quickly, Sunday is one of my days, thankfully,
That's-
because
it's fantasy
Sunday,
football.
and there's like Fire Day. So we didn't. Did we say a month or just late spring?
Late spring.
Yeah.
I think
I
it
don't
was, you said
remember.
roughly April.
I probably wrote it down at some point.
If it's written down, we'll go with that. I would prefer to push it more towards early May.
It's really
Okay.
But so unless it's written down
April.
differently,
April.
I will come back with my fantasy month names, but it is Fantasy May 14th, unless we have it written down otherwise.
Okay.
And so
Fantasy
Natasha like
May
pulls up the.
14th. I don't think I have it
Okay,
written down.
Natasha pulls up the newspaper. She's like, well, this one was yesterday, so it's the 14th. It's Sunday.
Well, it's my birthday.
Today,
It's your
Dominic.
birthday?
Today, Dominic.
So
no,
how-
it is not.
What? You're telling me
I'm
today is your
16.
birthday?
I would like to
Happy
roll
birthday.
How old are
I would like to roll an insight check.
Okay,
Is it my birthday?
you can do it with advantage.
All right.
You could do it with advantage. The outcome's still gonna be the same.
15 plus 4 for 19.
So you see this look on Dominic's face. It was like a, oh my god, oh, when he said, like when he heard the day, and so you know that this is genuine. He just realized it's actually his birthday, and this might be the first time he's realized it's his birthday on his birthday in a long time.
Shit.
In
Fantasy May 14th.
There we go. We are back,
Yeah.
and we are
Happy-
back. So,
Happy
Canon
birthday.
it
now.
is canon.
All right.
Dominic's birthday is Fantasy May 14th. And that is a Sunday
All right.
this year.
All right.
Happy birthday.
And it's
All right.
actually Dee's birthday. Thank you for sticking with us. Refresh. If someone could throw in the chat to tell people to refresh.
Did you give her?
She's going to have birthday inspiration. So anyone who has not used their prologue inspiration, Dee and Christy have birthday inspiration on deck. Normally you can't have more than one inspiration, but I am allowing this because everybody got inspiration from the amazing roleplay from their prologues.
I already used mine.
Okay, so then you have your
yeah,
birthday
yeah.
inspiration
All right.
now as well.
All right.
So,
Okay,
welcome
so,
back. Like I said, if
at
people
the-
can throw in the chat telling people to refresh. And
Refresh.
Dominic
Alright.
just realized it was his birthday, and Roland realized he's very genuinely realizing it's his birthday and probably hasn't realized on his birthday that it was his birthday in a long time.
Right.
How
Well-
old are you, Dominic?
16 now, I suppose.
Well, that means you have 15 more birthday bats.
Don't touch me.
All right. All right. So at this point, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna walk over to where Natasha is. And I'm gonna like kind of pull her aside. And I'm gonna say,
Sorry.
"You're fine." And I'm gonna say, "So, you know the family tradition we have, where." You know, the kiddos, when they hit a certain age, they help craft a weapon with you. I kind of want to
Tempting to, okay, we are reconnected. Okay, go ahead.
Hey, we're back. All
Hopefully
right.
no more technical difficulties.
Hopefully. Fingers crossed. So I'm going to say, well, considering Miro was the last kid that, you know, went through this, it's not getting a better weapon. It's talking through what the weapon can do and what it should be done for. And the responsibility of going out into the real world.
Yes, yep, it's time. Although, I mean, I feel like what little I've learned about Dominic, he might have already been doing that.
Hopefully he'll humor me on this.
Yeah, well, see if he wants to do the going through it.
All right. So at this point, I'm gonna walk back over. And I'm gonna slap my arm around Dominic's shoulder, and I'm gonna say, "Kiddo, it's time for you to be a man."
Hold on. Pause on that line. Ramasha, your reaction to the owl.
Can I have a reaction to that too?
Yes.
Owl first. The owl happened first.
Whoa. Okay. Owl. You come walking in. Owl swooping over. My instant reaction.
Oh, cat and bird.
Is danger, and I am.
Yeah,
severely-
owl's a lot different than a songbird.
Yeah, I am severely worried about the youngin.
Ooh,
Instantly,
okay.
like I'm standing up and putting my hand out.
Across the table?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm ready to pounce across the table and like save this child if I need to.
Okay, so you don't go across the table, but you're in a defensive stance.
Correct. I am ready to see what's happening. Like full-fledged eyes, just like full-fledged dilate, ready to pounce, waiting to see what's happening.
And so as it then does its thing around the table, gets some snacks, Ashwin talks a little bit.
Once it settles down, Ramasha changes his tone a little bit and is able to sit down for a minute and just kind of watch it for a second just to see what it's looking at and just see that it's perfectly fine and just goes back to normal and is steward is saying, this is where, you know, Ramash is even saying like things of, oh, you need more birthday baps.
Yeah.
But even going so far as to even feed the owl a little
Okay.
bit.
So once he feeds the owl, he's comfortable with it?
Yep.
Okay. So then his reaction to Roland's comment?
Have I ever seen an owl before?
Are there owls in tropical areas?
I mean, not as many, but yeah.
Okay.
They probably don't look as fluffy as this one does. This one looks very like fluffy and full, but like a tropical owl would be kind of leggy and lanky
and probably smaller, right?
Yeah, smaller.
So it's big. Thank you.
It's carbonated.
It's bigger than you've ever seen and fluffier than you've ever seen, but you've seen a bird similar to this.
Any extremely large bird, I'm still gonna be concerned for the little one. But
true, because he would know an owl as a bird of prey.
Yeah. But I mean, all birds are birds of prey if they're big enough. But yeah, so
or religious enough.
Little one's okay. Then, you know, Ramasha is, especially with reading like its reactions and seeing how it's reacting to you, and
so once it's friendly, yeah,
it's fine. It doesn't take long. It takes a matter of seconds for Ramasha to just be like, okay, like hackles it down, we're good.
Yeah, well, and everybody would clock that this owl is a lot more intelligent than your average, like animal,
and very in tune to like completely following basically what Ashran says, other than like sort of like purring and like whatever, yeah.
Especially when Ramash is walking over and like reaching over and handing it food, he's gonna like make full-fledged eye contact and just kind of read the eyes for a minute and then just kind of nod.
It's gonna do one of these.
Yeah. And you see the purple in the eyes of the owl and recognize the purple, and you've seen her do magic before.
Okay.
Because you did magic in the Chimera fight.
It's like, this is just
I
another.
really want to see a Ramasha like standing over it like this and.
All right, so Ashran's response to Roland's comment about Dominic becoming a man, if any.
I don't. Okay. This is not. Is this like what you did with what you talked about your family tradition?
Yes, that's
like, you're
exactly
not,
it. Yeah,
like
yeah,
this is a
that
little
one.
old
What?
for the talk, you know. I think.
Yeah, the one where we go and craft a weapon together to show the
Yeah.
importance. Yes.
Okay.
What did you think I was talking about?
It was a little. There are some weird family traditions out there. I just
That's
wanted
fair.
to be to understand, maybe or not. I guess.
No, that's yeah. No, in retrospect, that was bad. Not the best wording. Sorry, Dominic. I didn't mean to. Yeah, give you
Yeah, I was actually going to say. I thought you said my first time was last night. I was curious about that.
You know, you're gonna have a lot of first times coming up.
Maybe there's a talk that does need to happen. Not it.
A talk?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
I think baby Natasha.
Oh my.
No, we're gonna focus on one talk at a time, and this talk is about crafting a weapon and learning the responsibility of a weapon.
Oh my
But I've got a weapon.
Okay, that's
And I know how to shoot it. What are you going to teach me about bow?
Not that. It's something more important.
More like sort of a journey into adulthood with your craft and with your weapon.
I'm so sorry, my mind is so dirty today.
keep seeing Dee's face, and I know exactly what she's thinking.
Dun dun dun.
You're
in the doghouse. So it's
Oh my God.
important. You're going to form a bond with a weapon that's going to bring you throughout your adventures, and you want to have a long adventuring life. You don't want that adventuring life to be cut short. So
You said it so much better than I could.
It's not the length of the adventure.
tried.
Ah! There's literally nothing you can say.
No,
and
that's fine. That's fine. You know why? That's what this is intended to be. This is going great. I love this.
Oh god, it's perfect.
So
It's great.
As
So,
this conversation
anyway.
is evolving and some of the gentlemen are giggling.
Oh, please do
some
tell
of-
me I get to give my reaction on that.
Sure, go for it.
to both of them. As soon as Ramasha is taking a drink, as soon as you say that, what was exactly how you put it? Today's the day you become a man or something?
Yep. Yeah.
All of a sudden, just all over the
now,
whole table.
Ramasha, you're cleaning up the table.
Oh! What? What? No, wait. See that? No. I'm sorry. I'm terribly sorry. He's just going to kind of wipe it down again. He's like, I'm terribly, terribly sorry. He's going to be trying to take another drink because he actually was hoping to get a drink. And at that moment, that's when Dominic's going to say the thing. I thought I learned about this last night.
Ramasha! Natasha stands up.
He's trying to wipe down Sasha at this point. Like, I'm so sorry, kiddo.
He's just like,
all right.
Ruby's grabbing
The
towels.
second one, Aoife poofs into a cloud of purple smoke.
God.
Oh no. We scared
And
the owl.
everyone's like, whoa.
Sasha and Ruby are helping clean up.
All right.
Okay, Roland, what are you going to teach me?
Was
You and I. Go. Sorry.
Well, as Aoife poofed away, and this devolves, was Ashrin going to try to say something, or is she going to let this continue?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I mean, Ashrin would want to be like, try, but like not wanting to interrupt, but like
so sort of
nervous
as
energy, twitching, like playing with her because she carried the notebook, like her crazy notes over, and so she'd be like,
so as
fidgeting and
Dominic and Roland are sort of like going into this sort of like, oh, now you're gonna be a man. Well, what didn't I do that last night? They're spitting and cleaning up.
Blah, blah,
and,
blah, yeah.
As the owl goes poof, Natasha's like, Ashrin, are you okay over there?
I don't actually know. I told you I had a dream about the owl last night, but I had another dream after that. But I don't want to bother. But I did kind of want to talk to Roland about it at least, and I don't know. Maybe everybody. I'm not sure what it means. Well, I think I might know what it means. But...
Ruby's sort of like, I'm gonna take Sasha out to get him cleaned up, and she takes him off to the bathroom.
Okay, thank you, Ruby. So I had this dream last night about this woman and this other woman, this elven woman and this human woman, and they were talking about the Summer Queen and the child of someone named Kamir or maybe Vladimir, but they said that was the last of the Feywin line, and that I think that maybe this Kamir person might be my father, but the scary elven woman was maybe my great grandmother, but she did not seem like a very nice person. But she had this big hourglass, and I was thinking about the hourglass that we've seen, and that but she made this lady like turn really old, but she said she had been around for centuries, but she was a human woman. Yes, Roland.
DM, would my passive perception of 16 be enough to hear her say, "This person may be my father"?
All of it. I mean, you're listening to all of this. Yeah.
Yeah, and it all comes tumbling out of order, and
I thought she was just
she's
talking
getting
to...
more anxious now that the owl's gone, and she's actually saying this out loud.
But before,
my bad, because I thought she was talking to Natasha, and then me and
so this
Dominic
sort of
were
spilled
doing
out to all
our
of
thing.
you, and you sort of like all sort of came around to hear it. But before anyone reacts, is there anything else she wants to add?
I think she would just kind of finish by saying, like, I just think that they said something about the Feywin line not dying with her because she won't die, but I think that that my family is actually really important. I mean, you said that they might be important, but I think this woman was not a nice woman.
Oh my gosh.
But I still couldn't really tell if my father was still alive, but clearly I have family out there. Now I'm not so sure I want to meet them.
Oh my dear, and she sort of pushes your tea up into your hands.
She's just gonna like...
Oh, and she like hugs you. This little dwarf woman, you know, that you've come to know so well. She gives you this deep, long, warm hug, and she's like, that is a lot to be landed with.
Yeah, and I wasn't sure if it was real, but it felt so real. And then the dream that I had about the owl, she came to me for real, and so I'm thinking that this dream might have actually been real, and I just don't know what to do about it now. And I think somewhere in that part of the conversation, Aoife would poof back in and like on the back of her chair, of Ashrin's
like,
chair, and
sure,
kind of like start
chair,
preening her hair.
Yep.
Preening her hair and kind of like purring like owls do almost.
Yep.
Cooing.
Absolutely. So Roland, go ahead first. Then we'll move on from there.
So I'm listening to all this. I'm watching Natasha give her the hug and all that, and I'm gonna just kind of look at her and say, well, it's a lot to learn and a lot to be dumped on you. And would it be all right if I looked at the journal, at what you wrote down? Because I want to see
hands it right over.
And I think
I got a pretty good description of the elven lady too.
Right.
And if you've ever heard of Kaimir or Vladimir Faywin.
Yeah, so I think I'll just kind of leave like myself like poring over the book, and then we'll be able to figure out what I can glean from that. But I think we can cut from me. I'm just going to be reading through her journal and just kind of like trying to rack my brain.
And we'll send you that if you want to send in the exact text. Otherwise, we can just go back through the VOD.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
No. I'll send it.
Dominic's reaction, if any.
No. What? That's about it.
Ramasha?
Crazy.
Ramasha's helping clean at this point. He feels bad for all that, and he realizes he needs to completely remove himself from the conversation.
But he heard what was said, and does he have any reaction to what was said?
No, just listening.
Okay. All right. So it's the two of you kind of going over these notes and the concept, and Dominic's still at the table. Everyone else is sort of left to clean. As we are.
Sorry, I didn't send it to you in the best way. Sorry, Tony.
No, you're all right. It's all good.
It didn't work so well, but I can send it to you in a different way if I need to.
Yeah, I just can't
works.
take the time to send long things right now because it'll screw up our cameras.
No, it's fine. That's fine.
No, I think I can make this work. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can definitely make this work, so that's fine.
Okay, cool. But yeah, I don't know what that means, and I haven't heard anything from my patron either. But if I didn't want to talk to her, but I kind of think I need to now.
Right. Well, let's take a bit of time here. I will pull out, go over to where my old journals are and all that. I'm gonna say let's take a look and see if what we can glean from this and try to put some stuff together. And then I'm gonna look at her like with a half-cocked smile and be like, "Your Highness."
Oh, jeez, not this again. I thank you, Roland. I don't want to take away from your man time with Dominic.
Man time.
Well,
man time with Dominic. Wait a minute, write that down. Man time with Dominic.
Man time with Dominic.
And that's exactly how she's gonna say it.
And And Roland will say that can be put on the back burner for a minute. This is big. So.
Well, I don't want to forget your birthday though, Dominic. And she's gonna slide off this. She has that rainbow beaded cord bracelet that she got in Fraymore, and she slides it off her wrist, and it's one of those that like has the 2 ties that like you can tighten and loosen. So she loosens it all the way, and she says, "I don't have much, but happy birthday, and this way hopefully you'll, if in your travels you won't forget us, you won't forget Fraymore.
No,
Not that you're leaving or anything, but happy birthday."
Friendship bracelet.
He hands it
pretty
back
much.
to her and says, "You've already done so much for me, all of you. I don't need anything.
Well, this is
You're
not-
helping me read.
It's a birthday present. It's
Yeah.
not
helping me learn."
It's different.
And at this moment, Natasha
Keep
kind of
it.
comes back in with a stack of pancakes with whipped up cream on top and berries sprinkled on top, and she says, "You keep your presents, boy, and your birthday cakes." And she sets it in front of you. And she drops a gold piece next to the pagan cakes. Says,
Never
"Happy
had anything like
birthday."
this.
And she scruffles your hair.
Part of a birthday.
I don't
And we all
know
sing,
what to
"Happy
say.
birthday, Dominic!" Happy
You just say
birthday,
thank
Happy
you.
birthday
Dominic.
to you.
Dominic. No, not the
Happy
sad
bir-
one. It's like a fancy, like, lively one.
Oh my god.
Like the kind you get at a restaurant.
Yeah.
Like you go to,
Happy
I don't know,
birthday,
Applebee's.
With the big sombrero, we put a big sombrero on him.
Yeah.
Hey. Yeah. We even like that one.
Happy
I know,
birthday.
Dominic, that you haven't had that many birthdays, especially around people, but generally speaking, you give each other gifts, not expecting anything in return. And you eat a lot of food, especially sweets. And people are nice to you for the whole day. And then she's gonna look side-eyed at Ramasha. Like, people are nice to you on your
Natasha
birthday.
looks at you too.
What's that?
Natasha looks at Ramasha too.
I'm nice. I think we need to have a TikTok with the Perry Grip song.
Yeah.
The birthday song.
But
It's a
it's
cat
it's
licking your birthday cake,
Ramasha
but it's
licking
Ramasha
his
licking your
birthday
birthday cake.
pancakes.
Oh my gosh.
It's a cat
Perfect.
licking your birthday cake. It's your birthday today.
So, Dominic being celebrated in a way that he has not remembered in a long time, not since he was a very small child, just by remembering what day it was and happening to be his birthday. Also, on the morning of some very heavy information landed on our party, and Olga awaking by herself in her sleepy little cottage to bake some nasty pasties. Does she have anything to say of her morning with her puppers before we end our story tonight?
Yeah, so she's well, I've slept on it. She's talking to her dog. I think I'll see where things go with these people, and maybe we can figure something out together.
Let's go.
Do our adventurers have anything to say before we end on this high and low note somehow, always?
Yeah. I have a question. Are the dogs coming with us on our adventure?
I guess we'll have to find out if her pupper comes with her.
Okay, and then in character at the table, Dominic's just gonna add on a little. Can we request our presents?
Excuse me, sorry. Request a present?
Sure.
What do you want?
I really want a lizard.
We'll find you one.
We'll get you a
You
lizard,
know, I
kiddo.
do-
Don't you
Dominic,
worry.
Do you know, I bet Natasha's thinking, and actually Ruby comes out with Sasha at this point. They're sort of cleaning up the dishes. I bet somewhere in the valleys there's a pet shop that might be able to help you find one.
What's
Pet shops?
What's a pet?
The valleys has everything. They got a bunch of weird stuff out there. I mean, if it's not at a regular pet shop, it's got to be at an exotic pet shop. They got to find a lizard somewhere. Sasha's like,
Okay.
Are you getting a lizard?
I want one. Do you want one?
Yes. Can I have a lizard too? And
I'll
Natasha's
get
like,
2
whoa,
lizards."
slow down. Whoa. I don't have room for a lizard enclosure.
I'll keep
This
it.
is
But
true.
you can look at Dominic's lizard.
No.
Bill! Come on, Bill!
On these ups and downs, always with this wonderful party. I think that will be our note to, unfortunately, get us back to the real world.
Boo.
I will bring us to our beautiful ending, which we're going to have a special video for you all very soon. Thank you, my friends. This was amazing. I don't mean to be such a roller coaster for you, but I'm very excited to share this story with you, and I'm always impressed. I just want to give everybody inspiration. This is like every single time because you are the most incredible role players. If anyone has used up their prologue inspiration and their birthday inspiration, so has anyone used up their prologue inspiration besides Steve?
I've not.
I haven't.
Okay.
I've only made one roll today.
Yeah. We're getting there though. We're making some rolls. Although these guys are all over each other with rolls.
I should have totally used it.
Yeah.
I forgot I had it.
I do. So yes, remember you have inspiration. That means you can basically give yourself advantage on a roll. We have 3 folks that have birthday inspiration, and that will come into play after they've used up their prologue inspiration. And I would love to be handing out at least 1 inspiration, not per player necessarily, but per session. I mean, easily. You folks are the beautiful role players. Gorgeous, amazing. This is eating it up. Okay. No, you. So catch our
No reverse card.
Yeah, catch our replay on YouTube on Wednesday or Thursday or one of those days. It's somewhere on YouTube and it's awesome. And go over on TikTok for some of those lives on Sundays, every other Sunday, something like that. Check it out. Follow
We're
us
still
over
working the
there.
schedule out.
It is not a set thing, but it is a lot of fun every time that we have been over there. We look forward to having you again. So tell your friends, share the links, all that stuff. I think our friends have gone offline that we were going to raid, unfortunately, which sucks because they'd only been on for 30 minutes when we checked. So let us find someone to raid out to. We would like to thank Extraordinary Birds, aka Jeffrey, for his amazing work on our music, and I believe there might be more music in the works from him. Maybe not. We don't know. Thank you Tabletop Audio, thank you Hexwood Creations, thank you everybody that follows, that subscribes, that does all those cool things to help us out. And I guess let's go to Black Terror Stories because they're the first person I saw. And we will catch you again Tuesday night for some more Dungeons and Dragons. We appreciate you so much. I will do this raid and let you guys talk.
We are playing D&D and it's a lot of fun, especially when we put ourselves in awkward situations.
And happy birthday
Happy birthday to
and happy birthday last week to Christy.
Happy birthday. When to be born.
Welcome in also
for
yes,
the win.
To everybody who came in, Skinny, Undead, and any subscriptions. If I missed them, I love you. I'm sorry. I love us. You guys are amazing. We are gonna get this raid train going. Bring some natural 20s on over to Black Terror Stories. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Do you better add